Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment. Now is your time, so prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions brave, the one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead beneath the dirt. What do you know yet? What do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, do you know yet? We don't die. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Pick up your weapon and face it.
Am I allowed to?
Yes, you are allowed to speak now, Aikato. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shadow Isles Week 4. My name is Noah Sirene Hasoon, and I am joined by Aikato today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, you know. I am not often up this early on a Saturday, but, you know, for the cast, I suppose I can make an exception.
Fair enough. As you can see, Aikato is this oh, wait, that's me. Aikato is this lovely person right here. Anyway, so we are going to go a bit out of order from what Vid put into the chat for the sole reason of some of the games were played on 9.4, some of them were on 9.5, so I haven't updated the client yet, so we're going to start with game 2 on David's list, which is going to be TOM versus RKO. You ready to get into this?
Always.
Yep. So, on the blue side, we have TOM in the top lane. Oh, wait, do you have this pulled up, Aikato?
You have to screen share this for me.
Ooh, give me 1 second. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty. Give me 1 second, you guys. I promise I know what I'm doing here. Where's Discord? Turn on screen share, stream League of Legends. Can you see it now?
I can. We did it.
Awesome. Okay, on the blue side, we have TLM. In the top lane, we have Toe Knuckles playing Vladimir. In the jungle, we have Panther 553212 on Zac. In the mid lane, we have Seymour on Xerath, and in the bot lane, we have GSM Levi's and Silverspade 10 on Lucian Pike.
And then on the red side, we have Goose in the top lane on Darius. And is that Luke in the jungle on Gragas?
Yes.
Nobakun on Ari in the mid lane. Siverme Timbers and Savory Satan on the Sivir. And Soraka bottom lane.
Well, we are already going to get an early invade. That's going to be the flash from Soraka, and she's going to go down to Lucian. Very good first blood by TLM right now, playing extremely aggressive with that Pike.
Yeah, they just sort of 5-man went through that mid lane. That way they don't show in that pixel brush. And
yeah,
Soraka probably needs to flash a little bit sooner, but other than that, a good invade there.
Yeah. However, Lucian also did use his flash, so he is going to be... I don't want to say less safe, seeing as he's Lucian and he has a dash on his E, but he is going to be less safe.
A little bit, for sure.
Yeah.
That said, I don't think he minds starting out with an extra long sword and potion.
Fair enough. But on the side of RKO, however, Siverme Timbers did use his heal, which is going to be very big for the jungler to gank that bot lane.
It's actually really significant in this 2v2, one that's already sort of favored towards the Lucian lane. Not having your heal up definitely makes that a bit more dangerous for you.
For sure. And then looking at this top lane, Vladimir was picked by Toe Knuckles. Not a champion that you usually see too much or too often anymore.
Definitely matchup dependent. You can't just blind pick him into anything, but into a melee champion like Darius, if you play the range right, it can definitely be a good matchup for you. Scale into the mid game and just wreck.
Yeah. And then looking at the jungle, Zac probably being one of the more prevalent jungles right now for the tank meta, has really been seeing a lot of love currently.
You know, I haven't seen too much Zac recently. I generally see more, you know, bruiser-style junglers, so a champion with this week of an early game it's kind of surprising for me to see, honestly.
Welcome to Gold, Icado. We have everything. you want first-time Kale rework in Gold? You got it.
Oh, is that right? Did someone play Kale this week?
Possibly.
That's
I really hope
fantastic.
someone did.
Yeah.
But, like, anything is possible in Gold. Currently, both junglers, Luke and Panther, are just staying to their sides. Not too much counter jungling being done. They're just, and no, not really any ganks being done as well. However, Siverme Timbers is CSing quite well for being shoved in so much by Levi's here.
Yeah, especially being down that, you know, longsword early. Being able to keep on CS will definitely be good.
But we do have a gank up here by Luke. He is going to knock up Toe Knuckles. Toe Knuckles is going to have to flash away.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, sometimes you have to pay the tax flash when the jungler comes.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Luke is going to try and go for a repeat gank right now. It might have been a bit of an ambitious play to go for, but I personally would have liked to see it.
With the flash? Oh, wow.
That is going to be Soraka being pulled by the Pike, but she is going to be able to walk out, but she's going to go extremely low. Might have to back off because another engage like that's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, she still does have a potion.
Toe Knuckles also going really low right now. Goose flashed in place.
I think he was trying to flash in to get that W auto off and get the bleed, but Vladimir still had pool up, so...
Yeah. Very interesting flash, though. Kind of just... It might have been a visual bug that we were seeing because he was kind of moving a bit wonky, and we all know how the spectator client loves their visual bugs.
Yeah. Especially in recent patches, it seems like the visual bugs only get more ridiculous.
My favorite is the Scion bug, where he's just queuing, and then all of a sudden he's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, no, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. But Toe Knuckles is getting a lot of harass from Goose right now. Even though Goose is this melee bruiser, he is able to do a lot in this lane.
Yeah, and a lot of what Vladimir brings to the matchup is that he's ranged and that it's hard for Darius to all-in him. That said, if he sticks around with this low of HP, he's definitely losing a lot of pressure that he could have, and potentially could be dove here.
I mean, with the Sanguine pool, it does make it a bit risky to try and dive. But, like, he is taking a lot of damage right now. He keeps on getting hit by those pulls from Darius. Which, I mean, initially don't do damage, but if he doesn't have that Sanguine Pool, it would be much worse.
Yeah, and every time they cast that Sanguine Pool, that's part of his max health gone, as well as a 20-second cooldown that he has to play
Luke is
around.
here right now. That's going to be the flash from Luke. Toe Knuckles is going to go real low. That's going to be the pool from Goose. He goes into the Sanguine Pool, but I don't think he makes it out here, and that's going to be the kill for Luke.
That was actually really clean from Luke, using the E-Flash to get over the minion wave and land right on the Vladimir. He's not able to pool.
Yeah.
Really well done there, knowing that the pool was down, and getting a return gank.
Yeah, very good job by Luke. He is also going mid right now, trying to put some pressure onto Seymour right now. He did Predator, but wasn't able to catch up due to Seymour's flash.
Yeah, and that's another target, especially once Gragas hits 6. Flash with Zerath is definitely a repeat gank.
Yeah. But Gragas is a bit behind because he did do some of those ganks. Is down about 4 minion camps compared to Zach.
Yeah, no, he's sort of been focusing, that top lane gank as well as that mid lane one there, rather than efficient farming. So we'll see if his lanes are able to take the advantage that he gave them and, continue to apply pressure. If not, then he might fall behind and, have to flame his laners.
Yeah, it happens, but Toe Knuckles is starting to heal a lot more comparatively with his, I don't actually know what his Q is called. Blood Siphon?
Vladimir Q?
Yeah.
Big Suck. I think that's what it's called. It's the Big Suck.
That's definitely what we're calling it for the rest of the game, I'll tell you that much. That is going to be the hook onto 7 Timber. 7 Timbers is going to use the spell shield to get away from Pike Stun, but Soraka is going to be using her exhaust.
A bit late on that exhaust. I'm not sure that it really,
it wasn't very
saved him
needed.
from any damage.
Yeah.
But that's alright. They're able to survive, and, Sivir has her heal back.
Levi's is going to flash in, try to get Savory Satan, and he is going to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and that's just unlucky that Tri-Brush was warded, and Lucian ends up burning Flash and getting a kill.
Yeah. Very good ward. I believe Silver Spade put it there a bit ago.
I'd imagine so. Probably while they had them shoved in.
That is going to be the Predator propped from Luke. Silver Spade is going to try and get out, but is going to eat just a bit past the explosive barrel and get out safely.
Yeah, I like the look from Gragas, but it's just so hard to go onto a Pike. He has the Invis, he has the dash that's also a stun. That said, in this top lane, we're seeing Darius finishing that Phage, gives him the move speed to really continue trading into this ranged matchup. And getting that assist early in the XP lead has actually been huge. For a matchup that probably should go Vladimir's way most of the time.
Yeah. Goose is doing extremely well on this Darius pick right now, for sure.
For sure. He's up quite a bit at CS. He has an XP lead. And he's applying a lot of pressure. Seeing the fruits of that early Gragas gank.
Yeah. However, Gragas was the one to get the kill, which is kind of feels bad for him.
Not necessarily. Darius still gets the gold from the assist, as well as the big thing is that they shoved a couple waves in that Vladimir didn't get XP for.
Yeah.
And oftentimes the XP lead is worth more than the gold.
Fair enough. But it does look like Goose is trying to get these kills on him, but just with that Sanguine Pool, it's almost impossible for him to get a kill. And with the Big Suck just doing more and more damage to him every time he levels it up. You started this.
You're right. That's it. Looks like Zach's done for the
It does look like we're going to have a dive here right now. No one's been stunned up. Nothing is really happening. Everything's been missing.
Yeah, and they wasted the Aftershock from Zach. I don't think that they can tank this turret anymore.
Yeah. What started out as a promising dive just did not go well.
Yeah, they just sort of missed everything.
Well, it wasn't just TLM that missed everything. RKO also missed everything.
Yeah, no,
but
not the cleanest dive in the world, but looks like they're setting up for it again. Lane gank here from Zach. Although Gragas is in the area to counter gank.
Okay, that is going to be the pickup. That's going to be a two-man duck. Both of the flashes are going to be pulled. That silence was really good. Silver Spade doesn't get the execute. He is going to go down. Now Panther's on the run. He goes into his passive. The culling is coming out, but Luke is here right now. He is going to wait to blow up the explosive cast, but that is going to be the teleport from the mid lane, actually. And that's going to be the stun up onto Sever. Sever uses her heal, but Soraka is keeping her alive. That's going to be the ultimate from the Xerath right now. I really wish we could see what he was aiming at. It doesn't look like he hits anything.
Yeah, and that's actually a great gank from the Zac, being able to get the two-man ultimate, but in the end they're not able to get either of them, and Luke with a fantastic counter gank, being in the right place at the right time, turns that one around.
Yeah. Don't forget that Savory Satan got a silence on all three members, meaning that none of them could do anything to deal damage to them. Like, Levi's dashed into the silence, Pyke was in there so he couldn't get the pull, and then Panther was also in there. That was a very good silence by Savory Satan.
Yeah, and it looks like the Pyke is looking for a solo kill onto Luke, or
yeah. Lucian was there. It is going to burn Luke's
Lucian
flash,
goes.
which is pretty good. It does mean that they can start this dragon safely.
Yeah, they should be able to get this dragon, as well as it's huge getting the flash out of the Gragas, just because it's so much pressure that the Gragas could be applying, you know, really taking off the map.
Yeah, especially with the flashes. Mechanical Reaper, we see you. But that is going to be the Ocean Drake going over to TLM right now, which is honestly pretty big for them. Xerath will abuse that a lot, allowing him to spam a bit more and get some of that sustain back in.
It's also really great for a champion like Lucian, who oftentimes, you know, might run out of mana in extended pushes. Double Ocean Drake definitely helps out with that.
Also, I'd just like to take a bit of a moment to look at Levi's itemizations. He bought an early Executioner's Calling from because of the Soraka, which is not something that you see a lot in gold play.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the right choice. You know, you've gotten a couple of kills, you got the extra gold. Just buy an Executioner's and suddenly Soraka's not a champion anymore.
Yeah. I think it's a very good itemization from Levi's, and it's not something that you see a lot of gold players do.
Agreed, you know, definitely a good look for him. That said, he did end up completing the Bork. He's at 12 minutes with that Executioner's. He is extremely strong right now.
Yeah, but it does look like Goose is trying to chip at Toe Knuckles' health. He does have the hemorrhage stacks on him, but the ultimate does not go off. The Noxian Guillotine.
I'm pretty sure he could have followed him under turret there and still gotten the kill.
He tries to flash it, but Toe Knuckles flashes in suit. With a bit of a late delay from his flash, not gonna lie here. Silver Spade misses, just weaves it in, but that's going to be the gank from the Zac right now on this top lane, trying to get the dive on. Luke is going to go down. Goose is also taking turret, and he is going to go down to the Vladimir.
It was actually so well played by Zac, being able to get both the players in the CC and locked under turret. That was really well played.
Yeah. We do see Xerath ulting for Ahri, and Ahri had to use the Spirit Rush as well to avoid the damage. Just something that we saw off camera, I guess.
Yeah, just the trade of ultimates.
Yeah. But looking at this bot lane right now, like, the Silvermead Timbers and Savory Satan have been constantly under this turret. But Savory Satan, even with all of that, is still keeping up fairly well in CS. Given that she is like 20 CS behind, it's still very impressive for how oppressed they've been all game.
That said, you know, Silvermead Timbers is playing Sivir, who does relatively well under turret, you know, has a lot of wave clear, is relatively safe, especially with the spell shield. Not the worst champion in the world to farm under tower with.
Yeah. It doesn't help that Soraka is now currently not a very useful champion with that Executioner's Calling.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if the Soraka is going for the Emax build, or if she's just maxing W.
I would have liked to see the Emax build, but by the looks of that damage, it does look like she was just maxing W.
Yeah, which makes the Executioner's Calling even more effective against her.
Yeah. But it does a lot of good wards from this red side right now in their jungle. They're able to clear it out. Silver Spade looking for a hook onto Luke, but he isn't going to get it. That's Savory Satan going to silence him, but Luke isn't going to make contact.
Yeah, and isn't Pyke just such a fun champion? The assassin that also has insane safety.
Yeah, it's the assassin that's safer than Echo, but that's going to be Sivir Me Timbers is going extremely low. Soraka heal barely saving, as well as his own heal to keep him alive.
Yeah, and that's really scary. He has to recall now, and they might end up losing turret.
This will most likely be first turret going down. But it does
Yeah,
look like
unless
they
the
are going to
Gragas
go
comes
for
down.
the Soraka instead. She is going to flash away from the hike, but that's going to be Levi's flashing in as well. That's the Culling coming out, but he gets blocked by the minions and isn't going to be able to pick it up. That's going to be Luke also doing some damage to Silver Spade in the back right now.
And the Ahri's coming down. They should be able to
Ahri's
pick up
here
a
right
couple
now.
kills here.
Silver Spade at about half health flashes the charm, but that's going to be Luke getting the knock up on him, and he's going to go down to Novakun. But that's also going to be Panther getting a gank onto Goose right now. That's going to be the hemorrhage coming out from Vladimir as well. That's going to be the Zac ultimate knocking him up and the kill going over to Toe Knuckles. Very good gank from Panther. Was able to also give his top laner the kill.
Oh yeah, no, Vladimir definitely appreciates that. I think the big thing was bot lane being able to relieve some of that pressure. They still end up losing that turret. I'm not sure if anyone got the local gold on it though. So that's probably pretty good as far as things go for RKO.
Yeah.
Able to trade back a kill or two.
Yeah. However, with the third dragon coming up, I have no clue what it's going to be. Yeah, we'll figure out in 6 seconds. 2 Ocean Drakes have already gone over to TLM, as well as now the Rift Herald going over to them as well.
And the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, a Cloud Drake. I honestly think the Cloud Drake will be huge for them. It'll allow them to move around the map a lot faster.
Yeah, and champions like the Vladimir really like Cloud Drake just because you want to play in like a specific range on everybody, and having just a little bit of extra move speed really helps you out with that. That said, I like that even though they got that bottom turret, they delayed the lane swap of their bottom lane to the top side so that they can contest this dragon.
Yeah, which is, it's honestly a great play by them. They are trying to clear out the vision for him while Panther does start up this Cloud Dragon.
Yeah, and surprisingly enough, TLM's vision control in this bottom side jungle has actually been extremely good this entire game. Silver Spade really leading the effort there.
Yeah. Silver Spade also getting a nice hook onto Luke, kind of just keeping him off while his team gets that Cloud Dragon. Vladimir is in a bit of a sticky situation here right now. Goose does so much more damage than him right now, and he's just trying to like stay alive. And like you can see in the lane, even though Goose has died 2 times, he's still up 20 CS.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is just Vladimir being pushed in. That's the type of champion that doesn't like farming under turret.
Yeah.
That said, that Xerath is putting out so much damage.
Goose is here right now. That's going to be the flash onto the Seymour right now. He is going to get hooked in, and that's going to be the shutdown. But Panther jumps in right now. He's looking for an abduction. Gets one onto Darius, but it does look like he's going to get hit by the explosive casket and is going to have to run away. Now Silver Spade is on the run, and it does look like he's going to be able to get out.
It's actually a great ult from Luke. Dude, both these junglers are smurfing. What the hell?
Yeah, Luke had an extremely good explosive casket, allowing them to basically forcing Panther to flash out. But that is going to be the teleport from Toe Knuckles right now. Silver Spade gets a kill onto Soraka with his ultimate, and now looking to get the kill onto Goose right now, but Goose has his stacks up, but he is going to go down. Toe Knuckles doing a lot of damage right now with his hemorrhage, though, and that's going to be a double kill for him.
Yeah, and that Vladimir, you know, he's hit this mid-game power spike, you know, he's putting up a lot of damage, and maybe just a bit of an overstay there from RKO. They wanted to get that turret, and unfortunately they give back a few kills and don't get a lot in return.
And with the Rift Herald coming up right now as well, as Levi's doing a lot of damage to Ahri, Rift Herald is going to get the charge onto this inhibitor turret, most likely.
Agreed, and that's really big to get that this early.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to be a lot of damage to that inhibitor turret. Xerath trying to get onto the Sivir right now, but that mana shield blocking some of his damage right now.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that Sivir also opted for an early Executioners. It's definitely good into the Vladimir, but I don't know, when you're already behind, it's kind of an interesting choice. What do you think about that?
I understand why you would do it. Lucian gets a lot of healing from that Bork. But that is going to be the charm onto Panther right now. He's going to go into his passive right now. No teleports available for the TLM to go. That's going to be the explosive cast onto Vladimir, but he's going to get a 4-man hemorrhage, but he's going to go down in time. Goose, now having all 5 stacks on his passive, is trying to do something, but is able to walk out. That's going to be the redemption from Soraka right now, healing their entire team. Levi's on the run from Luke, doing a lot of damage right now. He is going to go down. Now Levi's flashes out, but Sivir on the chase, but is going to opt for getting the CS instead. That's going to be a 2-for-1. Wait, but Xerath is ulting, and he's just going for CS, I think. But that's going to be the calling from Levi. But Sivir's going to get him with the boomerang. But now Pyke is here. He gets the kill onto Savory Satan. And now that's going to be Seymour getting hooked by Darius, and Darius is now going to go down. Now Levi's Silver Me Timbers blocks Levi's ultimate with the mana shield, and he goes extremely low right now, in a really bad position right now, but Nobakun is just going to walk back to base.
Yeah, just wasn't able to see the Pyke. Pyke was just out of vision. Wow, what a crazy minute there.
Yeah, it went from kind of a calm team fight to a, oh my god, why does this keep on going on?
Yeah, and I just really want to point out that Luke's explosive cast has been so great at separating the fight out and being able to get picks. I was a little scary when he tossed the Vladimir into his entire backline, and Vladimir got a 4-man ult, but they were able to kill him before he got the healing, so, you know, all's well that ends well.
It was a bit of a Monka-esque, but they were able to figure it out. But looking at it, Toe Knuckles now having finally buying his proto belt because he didn't have it beforehand, but he's still taking so much damage from Goose.
Yeah, and a lot of that is just the Trinity Force from the Darius, getting so much move speed, able to chase the Vladimir down. And at this point, Vladimir really needs to finish that Zhonya's before he can even hope of fighting Darius.
Yeah. Also, just looking at it right now, Sivir is extremely strong right now. 4-0-3, 161 CS. That is going to be a force to reckon with now that he also has his Phantom Dancer.
For sure, with those, with that fight there, he's able to pick up a few kills and actually leapfrog Lucian in items, which is pretty crazy considering how far ahead Lucian was early.
Yeah, Lucian still does have about a 130 gold lead. But it's like, it's so minuscule at this point. Xerath also not really doing much damage to Goose either. Those Merc Treads picking in a lot of work. The explosive casts get knocking Panther towards Luke right now. Panther is going to use his abduction to get out. But it does look like this Cloud Drake might be going over to anyone right now, because it does look like we're going to have a team fight. Goose gets pulled in by Pyke right now. Not the person you want. That's going to be the hemorrhage onto 2 people right now. Goose goes down. Goose kills Levi's, but he goes down to Silver Spade right now. Toe Knuckles finally popping his stopwatch. That's going to be the flash from Soraka to keep her alive. That's going to be Toe Knuckles going down to Nobakun right now. And Luke having Predator up right now, trying to look for something.
I'm not sure if he'll be able to re-engage this, but that Vladimir is so close to just destroying the backline in each fight. He's like maybe half an item off of just acing RKO.
Yeah, it's extremely... That Vladimir being in that backline is extremely scary right now. Toe Knuckles is doing so much with it.
Yeah, and, you know, Sivir's really glad that that Phantom Dancer now gives his shield.
That's going to be the hook from Pyke onto Silver Me Timbers. Silver Me Timbers goes extremely low right now. That's going to be Luke flashing away, but he is going to be going down.
And Secret Service hero Luke taking the stun to save his AD carry. He's too good.
So I honestly would have liked to see Silver Spade E over the wall to try to get Silver Me Timbers, because that is a 500 gold shutdown right now.
Yeah, no, picking up that shutdown would definitely be good for them.
Yeah, versus just going for the easy stun on Luke. But I get it. They might have their eyes set onto this Baron. They're definitely going to be getting vision on it, at least.
For sure. And again, see, I think that TLM has actually had a really strong vision control this game.
That is going to be everyone from TLM going on to Goose right now, but Goose is going to flash away from the Pyke hook.
Yeah, and that's just a respect flash, you know. Probably a good call considering the amount of CC that was about to follow up if he didn't flash.
Yeah. But by the looks of it, it does look like both teams are going to start this Baron dance. but neither team wanting to give it up, but at the same time, also, the Soraka silence, the more that I'm bashing the Soraka pick, the more I realize that silence is just so annoying.
It's definitely annoying, and it's kind of a good pick into Pyke. That's because you can cancel his Q charge up with your silence. I'm not sure if he gets cooldown refunded or not, but it's not the worst pick in the world, and I think that, Soraka's, definitely a relatively strong champion.
Yeah. Silver Spade in a very interesting position right now. Just saw the entire team walk by him.
And Pyke actually just the safest champion in the game. Thanks, Riot.
Yeah. I never thought that they could create a champion that was safer than Echo. And they did.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they gave him a dash, an extremely long-range dash that also stuns people who try and chase him. And then the range on his W to see him is just so small. It's extremely difficult to engage on or catch a Pyke out ever.
Yeah. Pyke almost getting the hook onto Luke. That would have probably started something. But both teams just not wanting to give any leeway for this Baron right now.
For sure, you definitely don't want to give up the Baron, of course. I think whichever team ends up picking it up likely ends up getting a large enough lead to win the game. But
oh, it does look like Toe Knuckles is about to walk into Goose, though. That slow is going to help Goose out a lot. He is going to get the pull, but that's going to be Panther getting the knock-up onto him. I don't think he needs to use his ultimate, and that is going to be the kill onto Goose. That means that they can start up this Baron.
And that's just so greedy. Your whole team just recalled. You're trying to 1v4. I don't know what that one was, Goose.
Yeah. It doesn't look like they are going to be starting this Baron right now. It does look like they are going for kills. That's going to be Panther getting the knock-up onto Luke, but the explosive casket is going to move him back. That's going to be the hook onto Savory Satan, but Savory Satan's still going to be able to walk out right now. Silver Spade taking a bit of damage, but it's just going to heal that all up. Panther getting knocked out by Luke with the charge, but Toe Knuckles is here onto Savory Satan right now, doing a lot of damage. Actually, no, not really any damage.
Yeah, and on that initial engage, it was actually the Soraka silence that saved her Gragas from being abducted. Really well played there, and surprisingly enough, everyone from RKO gets out, and looks like TLM's actually starting up the Baron.
Yeah. I honestly like this. They knew that, whatchamacallit, RKO had to back off right now.
That said, everyone is spawned, and RKO should be on their way to check this at least, right?
Hopefully. Silver Spade is doing a lot of damage control, stopping them from getting close to it, but it doesn't look like they're going to contest this at all. They're just going to give it.
Yeah, I guess Pyke is just a 1v5 champion. Too scary.
I mean, he basically 1v5s, right?
I guess so. And TLM ends up picking up the Baron actually for free, uncontested.
Yeah, very interesting, like, at least force a fight there, because with this Baron, given it's only a 28-minute Baron, you are giving over a ton of gold to the enemy team if you don't contest it, at least.
A ton of gold, a ton of XP, and then just the pushing power. They're likely to get several turrets off this, maybe even break the base open, and it'll likely break the game open, honestly. Baron is just so strong within the current meta.
Yeah, for sure. But by the looks of it, it does look like they will be grouping mid and just pushing this already weak inhibitor turret.
Yeah, you have the Xerath. You can just, run it down as 5, ram it, and get the poke down.
Yeah. And given the Sivir is going to be extremely good at clearing those Baron minion waves with the crit bouncing blade.
The Sivir opted into picking up a Last Whisper instead of another Zeal or crit item.
I don't agree with that pick at all.
Definitely, spending a lot of gold on items that aren't her.
That's going to be Severme Timbers using her ultimate right now. Panther is in this backline right now. Toe Knuckles gets melted by Ari, though. Goose is going to get the hook onto Levi's. Levi's going to have to flash away. Panther gets charmed. He's also going to have to flash away. He's on his way out. But Luke is here now. Luke is trying to get something. He is going to flash E, but Levi's barely dodges it. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage from Seymour right now. And that's going to be Goose going down to Levi's. Silver Spade is here right now. He's going to get the Ignite onto the Soraka. I don't think she survives.
Oh, and that's huge, just killing everybody there. The Xerath putting out so much damage, and Unfortunately, for as clean as his Gragas play has been all game, Luke failing the E-Flash combo, and that's likely to be gain here.
Yeah, that's going to be the first Nexus turret going down, with the second one going to follow very shortly, hopefully. Second one going to be following there we go. Second one now down. They do have their eyes set onto this Nexus right now. It does look like TLM is going to be picking up this win.
Yeah, and, you know,
Maybe,
really well played by them. They had the...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, no, they established the vision control around the Baron, you know, had a good early game lead, and just transitioned it into a win.
Yeah.
You know, really well played by them.
Yeah, Silverspade did so much for that team, for TLM. He got so much vision around the map, allowing for so many different picks. He did extremely well. But on the same side, Luke played extremely well up until that very last team fight where he messed up a bit. He did extremely well on this Gragas pick, and Savory Satan with those silences saved so many people.
Yeah, you might just look at the score lines and, you know, say that Goose and Luke, you know, were the weak points. But honestly, I think that Luke played extremely well. Goose did for a while as well. But, you know, once you get into a team fight and you're Darius for a losing team, it's pretty unlucky. Yeah, that said, Silverspade absolutely applying so much pressure on that Pyke pick, zoning people off, and just being a menace.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we are going to be taking a short break. We will be coming back with, I really don't know what game we're coming back with. We'll see what other games are on 9.4. If none of them are on 9.4, then we'll start with what was on game 1. Anyways, we will be back in about 5 minutes. Peace. And we are... No, I should probably pause. And we are back. You ready for this, Icona? I'm struggling. Are you ready for this, Icona?
Always.
Always? Yeah. So, game 2 is going to be our 5th game that we said that we were going to stream. It is going to be Unnecessary Roughness versus the Oklahomies. So, let us get into it.
And on the blue side, we have Unnecessary Roughness with Dillinger in the top lane on Karma, Swampfire in the jungle on Zac, Dr. Siggy Wiggy on the Lissandra mid, and then Goosey and Duvrongo with the Caitlyn Galio bot lane.
And then on the red side, we have the Oklahomies. In the top lane, we have Jordan V69 on Kled. In the jungle, we have Ski on Me on Sejuani. In the mid lane, we have Twitch and Space on Syndra. In the bot lane, we have Leave It to Wally 96 and a Sweaty Boy on Lucian Thresh.
And we see already the Caitlyn having to start 90 caliber net to get away from the 5-man invade.
Yep. So, Karma top, how do you feel about it? I've heard good things about it, I've heard bad things about it. I want to hear your opinion on it.
I think it depends on how he builds it. If he builds full AP, it's a little troll. But if he goes the tank Karma build, it cucks so many melee champions. Kled won't even be able to play the game. It's so obnoxious. That said, he did go the Airy instead of Klepto, so probably more likely to see the full AP. I definitely think tank Karma's probably better, though.
I agree with that statement. He might have had wrong runes. I'm hoping he had wrong runes.
I mean, Airy isn't the worst. You know, it gives you a bit more poke in lane and a bigger shield later on, but probably not ideal against a melee champion that you could abuse Klepto into.
Yeah, and then the other big thing from Unnecessary Roughness right now is the Galio support. Been played in the LCS a bit. They've played it quite a bit. How do you feel about this champion?
It's definitely picking up a lot of steam. You know, it applies a lot of safety with CC. You know, if you just have the Galio sit on your ADC with an AoE taunt and knockup, you know, extremely good at peeling. And then the ultimate is always extremely good. We are going to get a hook
from a Sweaty Boy already onto Goosey. If he is landing those hooks like he just did, this might be a bit of a problem lane for them.
With this matchup, though, the Lucian Thresh into Caitlyn Galio, I feel like he has to be hitting those hooks. Because you have to get ahead early, otherwise Caitlyn's just going to hit her power spikes.
For sure, for sure. Also, looking at this mid lane, Syndra versus Lissandra. So, Lissandra has a way of getting in with her E, but technically I feel like the Syndra E counters it a bit, because if she just goes in, you just knock her away. Hopefully with your orb so that you can also get a stun off on her.
Maybe. I feel like pre-6 there probably isn't too much action there, just, you know, trading waves into each other. Post-6 though, I think that Swampfire will definitely want to... Oh my god.
Oh no. Ski on Me executes the red buff. Zac sees the death, is going for it. Oh god.
You know, jungling is really hard, and those camps do way too much damage. Maybe not kiting out super well, or maybe
It's an interesting thing. We are also going to see Ski on Me pick up a ruby crystal over a hunter's machete.
Probably not best for your clear, but you know, maybe a little bit more tankiness will matter in like a gank or something. That said, he's losing his entire jungle because Swampfire is also taking his raids.
Yeah, Duvrongo getting a 2-man taunt onto Leave It to Wally, but he's going to go extremely low and have to flash out. But now Goosey is taking a lot of damage from those Thresh plays, but Thresh isn't going to get hook up for at least another like 4 seconds.
Yeah, and you lose a lot of pressure if you have to go that low as the Galio in this lane. You know, Thresh might be able to make a play there. I just want to point out again that it feels so bad to be Sejuani right now. You're about to finish your, what, 1, 2, 3, 4th camp, and Zac is currently on his 1, 2, 3, 5th, 6th camp.
7th camp. He just finished his 7th.
Yeah, and there's only more for him to farm. He's feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah, Swampfire being one of those junglers who has been extremely oppressive the entire split so far. Been pulling out champions like Zac, who for some reason has been so oppressive on. But that is going to be Jordan V69 flashing, as well as Dillinger flashing. He is going to be knocked off of Skarl.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. There's an interesting flash from Dillinger. You know, there isn't a whole lot of damage from a level 4 Zac or a Karma with no cooldowns, so...
That's going to be the flash from a Sweaty Boy right now. He is going to get taunted up by Gallia, though, but that's going to be ski on me, going on to Goosey, and that's going to be first blood to leave it to Wally 96.
Yeah, and that was actually really well played by a Sweaty Boy, able to catch them out there and set up the Sejuani gank to get Sejuani maybe a little bit more into the game. And Sedge is able to pick up this Scuttle Crab here and farm her bottom side that just spawned with the XP increase. Maybe it's not looking too terrible.
It still big feels bad, losing 2 camps, especially one being red buff, but it's definitely manageable.
Yeah, I mean, the real feels bad is that Zac still had other camps to do, so even though you're just losing 2 camps, the big thing is that Zac is able to get those 2 camps as well as continue to clear his entire jungle, and you're just going to run out of stuff to clear at one point.
Yeah, for sure. But looking at this mid lane right now, Dr. Siggy Wiggy did end up backing, bought a Corrupting Potion, bought the, probably actually bought a Dark Seal in that Kindle Gem. Meanwhile, Twitch in Space not able to back yet. However, Dr. Siggy Wiggy did use his teleport to get back into lane.
Yeah, it's interesting that Syndra hasn't been able to get a recall yet. I feel like Sejuani probably should have helped her shove out there so she doesn't lose anything on this recall.
Yeah, and it would also help Sejuani get some of that XP that you lost from those 2 camps back as well.
Yeah, might have been the better call, but instead they opt into just Sejuani doing her raids, and Syndra's going to lose this.
Jordan V69 trying to go in on Dillinger, but is just finding out how oppressive that a Karma can be in this top lane.
Yeah, and the Karma with the ult W just is able to heal so much, while, you know, stopping any sort of advance that a melee character is able to do on her.
Yeah, but he didn't even use the ult W. He used the ult Q before Jordan V69 ganked. But that is going to be Dr. Siggy Wiggy using his ultimate on him. But Clyde wasn't in. Clyde was still on Skarl, so it wasn't a successful dive. Siggy Wiggy taking a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, they're actually so low, but are they coming back around? Gonna try this again?
They might.
It doesn't look like it. Yeah. Syndra's roaming up to counter it, so...
Yeah, it does look like Siggy Wiggy is going to be backing off, but Syndra's up here now. Dillinger might be in trouble right now. That is going to be Thresh getting a hook onto Gallia, though. Thresh is going to be pretty low. Twitch and, Dillinger able to dodge Twitch and Space this thing, but it's going to go down to the Syndra ult.
Oh!
Kled almost goes down to the Mantra Q.
Wow, that was something else. It was so close.
That was a sweaty moment right there. But
I just wanted to highlight...
Swampfire is here in the spot lane right now, looking for a gank onto a Sweaty Boy and leave it to Wally 96.
Oh, and Thresh flays the slingshot.
Yeah, plays really good slingshot on the really good play onto the slingshot. Zac is going to be going into his passive. That's going to be the hook on the Gallia as well. The taunt's going to go out, but that's going to be the charge from Clyde. And Duvrongo's going to be killing the Sweaty Boy. Jordan V69 is going to get the kill onto Goosey right now. Swampy trying to get out, but leave it to Wally. Gets the kill on Duvrongo.
And oh my god, a Sweaty Boy's fucking smurfing on this Thresh, landing the perfect flay and then the hook onto the Galio. He's actually playing so well.
Yeah. Also, Jordan V69 using his teleport to get back into that bot lane right now and help out his team, because that would have been a lost team fight if he didn't do that.
Yeah, likely so, and you know they're able to transition into a dragon off of this as well. You know, the Kled's going to lose a lot of XP and gold for this top lane by missing those waves, but hopefully that lead that he gave his bot lane will make up for it.
I honestly think it was worth it for him. Oh, a Sweaty Boy missing that hook. Just barely, but he does get the play off onto Lissandra.
Okay, I hyped him up a little bit too much. My bad.
Just slightly. However, one thing to note here, I believe Oklahomies are 0-3 or 1-2. Unnecessary Roughness right now is undefeated.
Yeah, so this is definitely, you know, not how this game would be expected to go. I mean, for a 3-kill lead, they're only up 600 gold, which, you know, a lot of that is, you know, good farming on the side of UR, able to keep them in the gold lead. But as far as the game goes right now, extremely close.
Yeah, Galio is going to be getting this taunt onto Thresh, but Thresh is just not in a good position right now. Gets the hook onto
go over!
Duvronga.
Oh my god. That was actually
Yusi
so
gets
sick.
the kill, but that was like 300 IQ from a sweaty boy. I'm not gonna lie here.
Yeah, he kind of got super greedy for that pink ward in the enemy jungle, but almost made a super sick play to get out of it.
If he had gotten out of it, I would have lost it, honestly.
God, I was getting flashbacks there. Sejuani with 100 health finishing red buff.
Yeah, Dilger just doesn't take damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that is going to be Swamp Fire up here right now. Is going to get the stun up with the Q. Just clicks his ultimate. I don't think that was worth it. Should have gone for the full abduct. It does look like he is going to knock him up one more time.
Getting the knock up there isn't too bad, but we're seeing it again that this duo of Karma and Zac just don't bring a ton of damage, so they're not able to end up finishing the Kled off. And Sejuani's here for a counter gank, playing pretty far back.
She did just throw out her great Glacial Prism, but it did miss.
Yeah. You know, Ski on me just not having the best game so far, I'd say. At least this time around, she was able to clear a red buff.
Yes.
No
executes from the jungle. He was just
Yeah.
trying not to give gold over to Swampfire when he was going to go in for the kill anyways. It's 100
is that what
IQ
it was?
plays. That is just going to be Dillinger going down to Twitch in Space. Twitch in Space doing tons of damage right now.
Yeah, and the Karma trying to recall on top of that ward. Unlucky that it was warded. The minions aggro onto him, and Syndra's able to get a free kill.
Yeah, big oof. Big oof indeed. But looking at this bot lane right now, Goosey is up in CS. However, Leave It to Wally does have an extra kill.
Yeah, that said, it's, what, almost 20 CS up, and they're getting some turret plates here. The Caitlyn's probably up in gold still. Actually,
it's dead even.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Lucian is up by 100 gold.
You know, I bet at the time that I said it, they were
No, because Caitlyn just got turret plating.
No, but Lucian came back and picked up the cannon.
Oh my god. Yeah, fair enough. But they were like dead even.
That said, did Kled just solo out the Rift Herald?
Yes he did.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't lose a ton for it, unless he gets knocked off of Scarl here. In fact, I'd say he's extremely likely to get knocked off of Scarl here.
But he is just gonna use that empowered back, which is it's pretty nice consolation prize if you're not using Rift Tail just yet. Is actually just gonna get the CS. CSing without Scarl is just rough. That's gonna be the teleport from Dr. Siggy Wiggy right now. Gets knocked up, but that's gonna be the Galio abduction. I don't think the abduction was needed there. I think just knocking them up so that Duvronga could get his big knockup from his ultimate would have been fine there.
Probably we're kind of seeing there the Zac Galio synergy, counter synergy. Considering Zac's able to pull him out of the Galio ult. That said, they're still able to pick up both kills, and the Zac pick is really showing up in gold.
Onto Dillinger right now. I don't see Dillinger getting out of this. But in return, however, this bot lane of unnecessary roughness picks up the first turret.
Yeah, and that's pretty big for accelerating this game, and the dragon is also spawning, so they're likely to grab that as well. That said, maybe Kled is going to drop Herald here and get a turret top.
Yeah,
maybe.
It does look like Syndra is going to be going on to Twitch in Space right now. Syndra going decently low, but isn't going to get burst down by Syndra's full combo, and that's going to be Dr. Siggy Wiggy picking up a kill. However, Dillinger is now going to be TPing up to this top lane. Rift Herald not being able to do enough damage to this turret to get it down, but it is going to do quite a bit. Meanwhile, Unnecessary Roughness is most likely going to get this mid turret. That is going to be Duvronga trying to get engaged. That's going to be a 3-man flash taunt, and that's going to be a Sweaty Boy going down to Duvronga. Ski on me, trying to get out. The Lissandra passive does not do enough damage, but that is going to be huge for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, able to pick up that turret and get a few, get some summoners in response, and still able to fall back on this dragon. That's actually really good for their lead. That said, I'd like to point out that Kled was able to drop the Herald and get 4 plates top right before they despawn, so it's actually quite a bit of an influx in gold.
Kled is also starting to do a lot of damage to Dillinger right now. Given, after he does all the damage, he gets stunned up, and then he just takes it right back.
Yeah, and he's just getting knocked off. I don't think Syndra can catch up.
No.
Yeah, that's that Karma. Karma's just extremely hard to kill.
Meanwhile, Dr. Sugiwagi getting the steal on the blue buff from Sejuani. Sejuani might just be walking into a trap right here. They're waiting for her. They know that she's about to take this Gromp. This might be really bad. Dr. Sugiwagi walking up to it right now is just going to be taking the Gromp from her.
Yeah, she really wanted it. You could see she wanted to try and smite contest it, but definitely the better decision not to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
That said, the Oklahomies they do have the inner push on that mid lane, and you are not pushing the top or the bottom anymore. They're trying to respond here.
Yeah. Very good play from a Sweaty Boy right now, but it does look like he might be in a predicament. That's going to be Galio getting a 2-man stun up. That is going to be a Sweaty Boy going down to Goosey. That is also going to be Leave It to Wall, flashing away from Swampfire. Swampfire is going to be stunned up. He is going to go into his passive right now. Kled is here, going on to Dr. Siggy Wiggy. Dr. Siggy Wiggy is going to get pulled up to Leave It to Wall. Finally finishing off Swampfire right now. Sejuani trying to get out right now. Lissandra trying to get out. That's going to be the flash from both Jordan D69 and Dr. Siggy Wiggy right now. And that is going to be the disengage from UXR. 1 for 1. 1 for 2.
Yeah, 1 for 2, and UXR just has so much CC with this comp. The Lissandra, the Zac, and the Galio.
Oh, that's going to be the flash from Goosey because Ski on Me landed the Glacial Prison.
Yeah, and that's an okay trade onto the Caitlyn. Not quite able to catch her there, but still get the flash.
Getting the flash from her is extremely good. Now her only escape is that 90 caliber net.
Yeah, which isn't always the most reliable escape in the world or the most effective one.
You can combo it with your Piltover traps, right? And you can basically guarantee that you land the trap, right?
I think that you can animation cancel with it. Oh my god, Sejuani, please. Just leave it.
Ski on me has been giving me heart attacks all game.
It's not worth it. God, you know, that's just... You know, Riot continuing to make the jungle position weaker and weaker, evident by Sejuani not being able to 1v1 her camps.
I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just Ski on me just wanting to give us heart attacks as casters.
That might be the case.
Because I definitely played Syndra the other day, and it was fine.
You played Syndra in the jungle?
Syndra, Sejuani.
Oh, okay.
So many S names in this game. We got Syndra, we got Sejuani. No, that's really it.
You're not wrong. I was just gonna say, you know, if you're able to jungle Syndra, more power to you.
Why jungle Syndra when you can jungle Anivia? Am I right?
You are very right. If I'm ever thinking about jungling Syndra...
Oh, what was that visual bug? What? That is going to be the Galio ultimate onto Lissandra right now. They're going for this 1v5 dive onto the Kled, but that's going to be the hook onto Goosey, and that's going to be the shutdown. But it does look like Kled is going to be going down here. Dillinger trying to get out right now, but Twitch's Space ends up getting the kill. Dr. Siggy Wiggy getting hooked, and but that's going to be Swampfire getting the knockup. That's going to be Galio getting a 3-man taunt. And that is going to be Lucian getting a shutdown onto Lissandra right now. Duvranga is now the target for the Oklahomies right now. That's going to be Duvranga trying to get the engagement, but he's going to go down to Lucian. That's going to be a Sweaty Boy getting so low. It hooks the minion, but survives.
Oh my god, and Duvranga's a 1v9 player, turning that player around, able to pick up a couple of kills. That said, you are tunneled so hard onto the Kled, and they weren't able to take him down for so long. And Oklahomies were able to catch Caitlyn on the backside, as well as, you know, kill a few more people, and that's a really big turn, actually, evening up that gold graph.
Yeah, like, even with, like, so it was a 2 for 5, and they only evened up the gold. But needless to say, Oklahomies are huge right now.
Yeah, no, that Lucian is so strong. He's Has he bought yet? Yeah, he just bought, finished up his cleaver. He's on his way towards a Zeal item. He's actually super strong.
Yeah.
As is the Syndra, who will always be able to press R and nuke someone.
Yeah, but this is very much anyone's game right now.
Yeah, extremely close. Especially if the Oklahomies are
that's
able
gonna be
to...
the hook onto Duvranga right now, but he is just going to jump out. No one wanting to engage on this just yet, seeing as Kled is in the bot lane. That's going to be the hook onto Goosey, though. He's going to get knocked up by Syndra right now. Sejuani is going to try and get the kill. Meanwhile, Twitch and Space going on to Duvranga, but they weren't able to kill Goosey. Goosey got extremely low. That's going to be the Kled charge. He is going to go onto Duvranga right now. Dr. Sigurd going kind of low, but the Glacial Prism onto Leave It to Wally. Leave It to Wally still alive right now, but that's going to be Kled now onto Dillinger. Now only Goosey alive has to back out.
Well, and Goosey's the first person to get caught at the beginning of that and somehow survives through everything. And just the Lucian is able to put out so much damage in these fights.
Leave It to Wally is huge right now.
Yeah, Leave It to Wally as well as Syndra, Twitch in Space, able to be so effective, staying alive, putting out the CC, putting out the damage, and honestly, some pretty good fights here by unnecessary, or not unnecessary roughness, by the Oklahomies.
Yeah, Oklahomies are doing super well right now. They are showing, hey, we might be 0-3/1-2 because we still don't remember what the score is, but we are in it. Like, Shadow, I think they are 1-2 because I'm pretty sure all the Shadow Isles teams, except for like 2 of them, are 1-2.
Here, let's just take a look real quick. While we have a little bit of a lull.
Yeah. It's only OSU is 0-3.
Yeah, the Oklahomies are 1-2.
Yeah. So, like, one win for any of these teams puts them in playoff standings because every team is 1-2 right now, except for No Apologies and Unnecessary Roughness. Unnecessary Roughness being unnecessary rough with their opponents, but apparently not this game.
Yeah, no, this game's definitely closer than the standings might make you think that it should be. That said, it is only a 2k gold lead. And Unnecessary Roughness still have great scaling with the Lissandra, with the Caitlyn, with the Zac, and even the Galio, who will eventually be getting some, pretty strong items. Plus the survivability that Karma brings. I wouldn't count them out of it yet. They still have a really strong team fight.
Yeah. Honestly, if Duvranga can get more of those big taunts that he's been getting all game so far, that could really mean a huge team fight switch, especially if they can actually start getting the focus onto Leave It to Wally. Because if he goes down, the only person that's really doing damage on their team is Twitch in Space. Jordan V69 kind of inting when he goes in, but he is only 3-1-8, so...
Kind of
It's smart inting because he's not dying, because he's just a big body.
I think that's called frontlining.
No, no. What he's doing is inting. It's just that people aren't killing him.
You say potato, I say frontlining.
Well, he's definitely had times where he should have just died and didn't.
Maybe. I'll give you that one. That said, looking at item power spikes, as Syndra was able to finish the Morel and Namakana is actually getting engaged on.
Onto Syndra right now from all of them. She is going to have to use her stopwatch right now. Glacial Prism misses. She is going to go down to the Ignite. Maybe. No, doesn't go down. Dr. Sigurd gets the kill, but he is going to go down as well. That's going to be the abduction onto the Sejuani right now. Sejuani's now going to go down, and that's going to be the disengage because Kled is currently taking their tower in the bot lane.
Yeah, and when they don't have their inting Kled to frontline for them, they end up losing the fight. And is Kled gonna be able to get out here? Maybe you can E through Zac and then ult away?
Nope.
Oh, just flash the other way and ult away. Oh, wait, he ulted so short. Oh no.
What are you doing, Jordan V69? Run! I mean, he is buying time for his team to take this turret. He's gonna get out.
Yeah, no, he's going with the singed tactic of just
run through the enemy base. You make it out alive.
Oh, there's the TP from the Lissandra trying to cut someone off, maybe.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know if they'll. They might be able to catch him here.
Oh my God! It's not over.
They have Galio.
Swampfire doesn't get the knock up.
Oh my God, Lissandra!
Jordan V69 gets knocked off a cliff.
Oh no!
But gets interrupted.
Wait, Frog is actually 1v9. That cancel was huge. Oh my god.
Dillinger is gonna get stunned up by Ski on me. That is a huge stun from Twitch in space, but no one to engage it with. Swampfire not wanting to go in right now. His team is pretty low.
The Syndra actually putting out so much damage, but UR spent so much time and energy chasing down the Kled. Finally able to pick him up at the end, but they lost a few turrets, and this gold lead is still sitting about that 2k, even though they won the previous fight.
That was honestly a very entertaining 2-minute team fight.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Because there wasn't a lot of fighting, there was a lot of running. But with the game now kind of calming down, it does look like both teams are going to reset and try to go for this dragon that is coming up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, see, normally at this point I'd say, okay, so teams will try and set up vision around the dragon, try and set up vision around the Baron, deny the enemy jungle camps, and try and get some picks. But it seems like they just sort of, group as 5 and run into each other. I see champion, I chase after champion.
Welcome to gold.
It's like relatively effective so far.
We like team fights. They're just trying to pad their stats for the stat keepers.
I feel that.
I feel that a lot, except whenever I play. That is going to be Dillinger buying a Banshee's Veil and it getting popped currently by a Sweaty Boy. Sweaty Boy's been doing really well on this Thresh, honestly.
Yeah, he had quite a few great plays early, and looking extremely strong on this pick.
Yeah, I can tell you, I cannot play that champion. I can play Pyke, I can play Blitzcrank, I cannot play Thresh.
So I just want to look at Goosey's build here. Opting for the 3rd item, Last Whisper, is interesting because no one on the Oklahomies has any armor. Kled literally just now buying a chain vest.
Who wants to build? Why build a... We want to do true damage. That's why we build Last Whisper, right?
I don't think Last Whisper gets you closer to true damage since it does percentage. But I feel ya. I just think in general, maybe a crit item here, maybe something with attack speed.
I think his thought process is going for the Lord Dominic's so that he can do more damage to those tanks.
For sure, but if they don't have any armor, then
I can justify it.
If they don't have any armor, then the armor pen doesn't really do you much.
It was the only way I could justify it. Just take it, Ikato.
Okay, sorry.
That is going to be Dr. Siggy Wiggy. Just trying to 1v3 right now. That's going to be the knockup onto Leave It to Wally, but he is going to flash and heal. Dude, Rocket just doesn't take damage. But that's going to be Swampfire getting caught out. But Jordan B69 going in onto Goosey right now. Dude, Rocket getting a 2-man taunt. He is going to go down, but it might not be for naught. Goosey gets the kill onto Setuani right now. That is going to be Zach going down. Zach survives. He is going to look for the stun. Jordan B69 goes down. Leave It to Wally, the only one left alive on his team right now. Dillinger is going for him, but isn't going to be able to catch up. 3 for 4.
The Kled ulted in the middle of the fight, but he short-armed it and didn't make it onto anyone, so Caitlyn was able to just free hit and kill everybody. Even though the Syndra is so strong and putting out so much damage, a little bit of a positioning mistake, just eats a couple of free headshots and dies. And, well played by Goosey and Dillinger to just kite that one backwards and keep him alive, as well as Duvrenga on this Galio has actually been insane in terms of the engages, the amount of CC that they're putting out.
Yeah. Last game we had both jungles smurfing. This game we have both supports smurfing.
Yeah. Pretty nutty.
Yeah. But honestly, this Galio pick has been working out extremely well for them. This isn't the first time that they ran it as well.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a pick that they, see potential in and they like running. And, watching this game, it is putting out a lot of pressure. It's, applying a ton of CC. It's, definitely looking like a good pick.
And so, also looking at Karma's build for a second, we are seeing the full AP build versus the tank build. Kind of disappointed in that, but it does look like Oklahomies is going to be starting up this Baron, and they're kind of melting it.
Yeah, and they didn't, get priority in any of their lanes. They didn't push anything. They just started it.
And that's going to be them getting it. really no contest whatsoever.
Oh,
That's
this
gonna be Swamp
actually-
Fire kill again. Oh, they have done Lucian right now. Lucian goes down. That's shut down 2 Goosey. It's 20 Boy now goes down. Jordan V69 trying to get out right now. Gets knocked off of Kled. That's gonna be a triple kill for Goosey. That's gonna be the GA.
Quadra
Kill. Where's the Penta? Get the Penta.
No, Sejuani has standards. He'll int the red buff, but not the penta.
Not worth. Int the Penta.
Oh my god, and I don't know if that was just auto-pathing by the Lucian or what, but he ended up walking straight into the ulting Zac, and instead of, dashing out the back of Baron Pit. And is that actually the game here?
It might be. They don't have Baron buff, which isn't a problem here. Get the Penta. Int it now.
No.
Get it.
Never give it.
No.
That's okay, everyone had spawned.
That's going to be the second Nexus turret going down. This might just be the game right now. Goosey is focusing this Nexus turret right now.
They're just right-clicking Nexus?
Yeah, and that is going to be the game. Really bad Baron fight where Leave It to Wally's 96 got caught out, and that's just going to be it.
Yeah, I mean, the Oklahomies were ahead and competitive until they lost, and that's just unlucky. 2 bad fights in a row just leads to unnecessary roughness running it down.
Why is this not transitioning to my camera?
And again, that mid to late effectiveness of the Caitlyn was extremely high. And then again, Duvronga on the Galio was so effective, applying so much pressure, getting so much CC in there, especially comboed with the Zac. Really well played by them.
Yeah. Okay, so before we take our short break, we are having a giveaway today for $5 off in the GRLCS store. So, there are 42 of you right now in the chat. Icano, I have sent you the number that I have decided for it to be. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. The first person to put it in chat will get the $5 off. Go.
So now everybody's just going to be spamming numbers in the chat until they find this number, is that right?
Yes. Siggy Wiggy got it.
Wait, what the fuck? Siggy Wiggy's smurfing. Siggy
Wiggy's actually smurfing. The first number that he said.
Wait, that's not even fair. What the hell? Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, congratulations, Siggy Wiggy. I thought this was gonna go on for like 2 minutes.
This is fucking rigged. What the hell, Siren?
I literally just chose this number out of the blue because I didn't think it would happen.
Oh my god. Well, you and Siggy Wiggy were on the exact same wavelength, and congrats to Siggy Wiggy.
Okay. Congrats, Siggy Wiggy. Ariel will be paying for $5 off on your order. We are going to take a 5-minute break, and we are going to return with the Yellow Jackets versus Land Snack. So don't go anywhere.
Okay, so did you break something?
I apparently broke something. The replay is not launching and it's bug splatting. If anyone has any ideas, now would be the time.
So the raffle file is on current patch, right?
Yes. And
Are
we
you
are
100% sure?
yes.
Okay.
Solutions.
And you're not able to just like, I don't know how you guys do it. Do you just like make
Drag and
a
drop.
shortcut?
Yeah, it just keeps on bug splatting for me for some reason.
You're probably playing Jack.
I think I actually figured it out. Shoot. Back up real quick. I think I figured it out. 1 second, you guys. I promise we will get this to work. Hopefully. If not, I'm sorry. And we might need to end this stream if everything keeps bug splatting until I can fix it. And I will figure out a time to stream these later.
I need you to quit breaking shit, man. Come on.
I know. I'm a failure at life. Oh,
so
it's launching. Yes, we're good.
Quick question.
What's up?
You updating the client to current patch, is that going to mess up casting later today?
No, because
tomorrow?
we still have a 9.4.
Okay.
We still have the 9.4 one. It's just in a different location.
You do have two instances.
Yes. I forgot to. I thought it was already updated, but it wasn't. Give me 1 second, you guys. I caught to entertain them while I fix all the stream stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm not great at entertaining people.
Play a game with them.
Play a game. All right. I have a number between 1 and 100. I don't have anything to give out though. So.
Oh my god.
Hey Bug, how you doing? When are we seeing the Hodcast episode 2?
It's not 33 this time, you guys. I promise. In game. Okay. I really hope I have these sides correct on who's playing where. Otherwise, it's about to be real awkward.
We're doing the Snack game now, right?
Yes, it's going to be Yellow Jackets Gaming versus Snack. Okay. I think we're ready.
Alright.
Are you ready to get into this game?
Always.
Always? Okay, let's... Beautiful. Oh, I should probably share the screen with you. I'm struggling today, you guys. There we go.
All right. So
now that we've fixed everything, let's introduce our team, shall we, Agato?
I suppose so. So on our blue side we have
Yellow Jacket Gaming.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets, right? I'm sorry. With Godzilla in the jungle on Zach, our thing's a little out of order.
Oh, sorry.
Jarvan top lane with Video Gamer 69. Zekro OG on the Zoe mid, and then January and Drail on the Twitch Zyra bot lane.
Okay, and then on the red side we have Land Snack. In the top lane we have Iron Man Fan 34 on Urgod. In the jungle we have Shaster 15 on Rammus. In the mid lane we have the White Shadow on LeBlanc. In the bot lane we have Gar of the Sand and Moose 9068 on Sivir Tarek.
And this is current patch, right?
This is 9.5.
Seeing the Urgot is definitely interesting. It's a champion that definitely got hit recently and lost a lot of popularity. I'm not sure how strong it is. Also, Godzilla on the Zac starting E. I don't know if that's better than starting W.
I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to start W.
Yeah, especially considering E's like a 20-second cooldown and does like 70 damage. I don't... Yeah, you know, whatever works for him, as long as he doesn't execute to red buff, we should be good.
Interesting. Also, this is the third Zac that we've seen today.
Yeah, apparently Zac just tears apart gold elo, man.
I told you, Zac is popping off right now in gold.
Champs, Obviously, right? Please nerf.
Yeah, champion is obviously unbalanced, obviously broken. That's going to be Zekro landing the
my
Sleepy
God.
Trouble Bubble. That is a lot of damage!
Speaking of balanced and totally not broken at all, fun, fair, and balanced champion
That's a
Zoe
lot of
really
damage.
showing up there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Losing all of your health with 2 abilities is totally fair and balanced.
Agreed. So Zoe, obviously back to her
One-hit shenanigans.
her dominance of the mid lane.
What patch was it where she got buffs again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was a long time ago. I don't think she's received too many direct buffs in a while. Interesting here that the Rammus ended up going blue buff into not Krugs, the frog.
Gromp.
Into Gromp, thank you. Into the top lane Crab, whereas Zac Godzilla ended up greeting for the Wolf Camp and isn't able to contest that topside Crab, so Rammus should be ahead in XP here.
Maybe. The bot side Skull Crab is still up, however.
Yeah, we'll see if Zac's probably heading straight to that, or yep, we see the on his way pings.
Just doing some vision score. So, looking at these two teams, who do you think is going to win? So we have Lance Neck, who is 1-2 right now. They're doing actually extremely well for themselves. They've played extremely well all 3 games that I've seen them play in. And they've had either really close losses or really close wins.
For sure, I think that.
Well, real quick, that's going to be the Flash. I don't think it saves him.
Oh no.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Why you do this?
Yeah, so he had that 4-minute Hextech Proto Belt.
Yeah, that's never a feels good.
You know, Zoe just really, truly outskilled her opponents there.
Yeah, like you can just see all the outplay that comes in when you see a Zoe player. Like honestly, they hit E, and then they hit Q. It's so much outplay.
E, Q, and then she also got, you know, that free 4-minute Proto Belt. You know, really outskilled there.
Yeah. Like,
in all honesty, though, that was good by Zekro coming down and picking up the kill there. And that really set Shasta behind.
Well, Godzilla also being there got the, like, through his E where Shasta would have had to walk, so he had to flash.
Yeah, no, it was definitely
Speaking of
pretty
flash,
well
Iron
played.
Man Fan 34 also flashing.
Just a little scared of the Jarvan damage, and reasonably so. Jarvan does a lot of early damage, and if he's able to get a health lead, he'll just all-in you constantly.
Yeah, for sure. But it does look like Sivir's going to be taking a lot of damage.
Oh,
he
he's
might
actually
go down.
dead.
Wait,
I'm
he
pretty
does
sure you have
go
to
down
heal there,
January.
bud.
I don't know why Garth... Yeah. Garth is saying, I was just talking about how y'all were doing so well.
Just a little stingy with the heal. And now the Twitch Zyra should be able to shove that lane in, and Gar is going to be extremely far behind on this Sivir pick.
Yeah. Twitch, a champion who's really known for his late game and not his early game. Iron Man Fan 34 is back, being canceled by Video Gamer 69 as well. But yeah. Twitch being not a very early game champion.
I don't know about that one.
That is a...
Oh,
he
shit!
got the kill? Wait, Godzilla's really low. Godzilla. Get the plants. Yes, eat the honey fruit. Good Godzilla. We don't need more execute junglers.
The jungle is trying to take names today, but that was actually relatively well played by Iron Man top lane, able to, you know, flip the Jarvan back under turret while he had aggro and put out a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the Jarvan was level 6, had a massive health advantage and a pretty big wave who...
Yeah. The Cataclysm came in handy pretty well. Very interesting fight, though. But speaking about Jarvan top, how do you feel about it?
It definitely has a lot of good matchups. It's definitely not a bad champion. It's a champion that's building up a lot of popularity recently. I'm not entirely sure how the matchup into Urgot is supposed to go, but he seems to be doing pretty well into post-nerf Urgot.
Yeah. Post-nerf Urgot's an actual champion versus a I'm going to murder anyone in this lane, ban me or lose.
You know, I'm not even sure that post-nerf Urgot is a champion.
He's more of a champion than the monster that was pre-nerf Urgot.
I suppose so.
Pre-nerf Urgot was in his own classification. He wasn't considered a champion. He was too good for that title.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Shaster, no! Shaster is just getting abused right now. So, speaking of Shaster, if anyone is interested, on the Get Wrecked website right now, the White Shadow did write a article about his team in the journey of Lanceneck called Third Time's the Charm. It's a very good read, and I highly recommend that you read it at some point in time.
That said, you know, the pick that they were able to get there is actually set up by that vision that they have in the blue top side.
Yeah. Guard the Sand, holding that heal still.
You know, he's just saving it for next game.
Yeah, I feel that. The White Shadow also taking a lot of damage right now. That's going to be the Cataclysm. He's going to go down, and Zekro is going to kill Rammus. Shaster just not having a good game this game.
Yeah, you pick a champ like Rammus who isn't particularly strong early, and then you get... Oh, wow.
Oh, that's going to be the teleport. That's the teleport. Urgot's here. He teleported into a 1v4.
And then he's walking away from his turret? I don't know what his plan is here.
Zekro's just going to land the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. I did tell you when I was picking this game it was going to be bloody.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a bloody game.
That is Godzilla going in onto Iron Man Fan 34. Didn't use it. Oh, gets the fear from below. No fear from death.
He gets the Urgot ultimate execute onto Zac, pulls him under turret, and is able to finish off the bloblets at the end.
What is his ultimate's name? It's killing me.
I think it's Big Scary Chain Thing.
Big Scary Chain Thing. Close enough. Close enough. Hook 'em and pull 'em. Hook 'em and pull 'em.
I think it's Fear Beyond Death or something.
Fear Beyond Death. I knew it had something fear and something death.
Yeah. Either way, Sneck is pushing here, able to get probably a couple.
That's going to be the Twitch ultimate as well as the Zyra ultimate. The Sivir ultimate is going to be used to counter the knockup. That is going to be Terry ulting as well. All three of them just don't do anything with it, though. Moose might go down here. Moose, guard the sand. Doesn't have heal this time around. January is going to get the kill onto Terry. Video Gamer is going to be able to kill LeBlanc, though, but now Godzilla's here.
Oh my god, he dies and runs straight bot again, and they're still fighting.
This has been a constant team fight since Iron Man Fan 34 teleported down here.
Is this Summoner's Rift or is it Nexus Blitz? I must have missed it coming in.
No, this is obviously Arab, all random, all bot.
I don't know. I feel like there's probably a better.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
As soon as I said it, I ended up regretting it, but we're sticking with it.
Yeah. Either way, just looks like we get a brief reprieve here. Everyone's resetting. And there's a massive gold lead for the Yellow Jackets, up 4K now. A lot of that sitting on exactly where they want it to be, the Zoe, the Twitch, and even the Jarvan. At this point, what do you think that Sinek needs to do to actually get back into this game?
They need to go with the Yellow Jacket gaming strategy of killing everything and anyone. You just... In order to return from that, you just need to get... No, in all seriousness, they need to farm up and start playing safe. I feel like they have a very strong late game with the Rammus and the Taric.
Yeah, the Rammus, Taric, and of course 6-item Sivir's always...
Oh no, Moose is down! And yeah, like a 6-item Sivir is, I want to say, probably one of the scariest ADCs.
I mean, that said, a 6-item Twitch, if there is a champion that's scarier, it's the Twitch that one-shots your whole team.
Yeah, it's... Oh no, Guard of the Sand, you're not in a good position. And that is going to be Guard of the Sand just going down. But Rammus is here, going for Godzilla. Shaster finally gets the kill, resets his gold, but now he's by himself and the turret's about to go down. Shaster, I love the effort, man.
unfortunately gets the kill onto the one enemy that doesn't have a massive bounty. So,
Hey, he tried, and that's what matters.
you know, it looks good on the KDA. You know, picking up an extra kill. He's not the true feeder. It's his bot lane who doesn't have any kills.
Yeah, exactly. Like, his bot lane's 0-3 and 2, his 0-2 and 2. They are 0-5 and 4 compared to his 1 and 4. Obviously, he's doing better.
Something like that.
That's how math works, right?
It's pretty unlucky for Snek that with the Yellow Jackets' early lead, they're able to pick up an Infernal Drake, as well as the Cloud Drake, which a lot of people kind of downplay the effectiveness of it, but that move speed is, you know, really effective in, you know, getting around the map and snowballing leads.
Yeah. But it does look like Video Gamer 69 is going onto Iron Man Fan 34, and now Godzilla's over here as well. He is going to flash over, but the Cataclysm gets him. Shaster's onto Godzilla, though. Godzilla taking a lot of damage, but Video Gamer's about to have his flag, so he might be able to jump over. Zoe's here as well. That's going to be the knockup onto Shaster right now. Shaster trying to get onto Godzilla. The Powerball hits Video Gamer, and Zekro is going to pick up the kill with the Power Star.
Yeah, and that's a great roam up by the Zoe. You know, they're really flexing their gold lead, and Godzilla's able to make it out alive with just barely any
Wait,
HP.
they're flexing? This isn't weird flex, but okay.
Is that the only team that's allowed to flex?
Yeah, we're the only ones who are allowed to flex.
Oh, my bad, my bad. And here's a secret Twitch. God, I was kind of hoping to see him all in the LeBlanc there and show who the real assassin is. He has the Infinity Edge. He has a 1 in 4 chance of just one-shotting LeBlanc.
Yeah, the 4-0 and 2 Twitch is just hella scary at this point in time. 101 CS, Rift Herald being dropped in this mid lane. Oh god.
Yeah, and that's definitely a broken turret. At least one there. If they want to push, they probably can go for a second one.
Yeah,
I don't think that Snek is strong enough to contest.
I could have tapped. He is going on to Moose right now. Moose is just going down. And now he's looking for his next target. I think it's going to be Shaster. Shaster, just don't go into your jungle. It's not safe. Avoid the jungle at all costs.
Yeah, at this point it feels really bad to be Shaster. You know, you're just so far behind, and you really can't farm any of your jungle.
Well, he's at
you don't
least
wanna
CS'd well.
Yeah, he's definitely been able to pick up a few waves and pick up a lot of his jungle camps, whereas, you know, Zach is focusing more on snowballing the map.
Which, yeah, like
we'll see which is more effective in the end.
I think it's the Zach, and I don't think we need a C. I think proof is in the pudding of a 5-0 and 2 Twitch and a 4-0 and 1 Zoe and a 4-0 and 2 Jarvan.
Yeah, at this point, Snek is looking down the barrel of a 10k gold lead at 15 minutes, and that's just not really where you want to be.
Not at all. But hey, we have seen 15k gold leads be thrown before. It is possible for Snek to come back into this.
Yeah.
Not very likely, but it is possible. That is going to be just a really just fight that took a bit, but nothing really fancy happened, and it is going to be Video Gamer 69 picking up the kill.
Yeah, unfortunately, the duo of Urgot and Ramesh just don't do a lot of damage, and
Shaster using the Powerball to do a lot. Sleepy Trouble Bubble going to eventually, he's going to walk into it. January going so low to the turret. Oh no.
Twitch actually tanking turret the entire time is still able to make it out. You know, maybe someone's able to catch him on the backside, pick up that fat bounty. Maybe? Doesn't look like it.
Oh my god, why am I yawning? I'm not tired, I just ate.
I don't think that those two are mutually exclusive.
They are mutually exclusive.
Or
I hope.
You're not allowed to be tired after you eat?
Actually, I'm pretty sure you are supposed to be tired after you eat. You're right.
That's okay, you're just a little tired, you know?
Yeah. What is life?
So, just looking at item power spikes, the Jarvan is getting close to a Titanic Hydra, is up, God, just in items, maybe 3k on the Urgot.
We can check that. 4K.
4k. Yeah. pretty significant gold leads across the board. Not even the supports are able to keep up with each other. After Shaster's the closest with only an 800 gold difference.
Yeah. Although, like, looking at this bot lane, it is 2K, but honestly, that isn't big for how dominant that this Twitch has been.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is, Sivir's been able to pick up more waves. That said, with a lot of the turrets that Yellow Jackets have been able to pull down, you might expect a little bit bigger of a gold lead, considering he is 5-0.
That is going to be Guard the Sand flashing. That is going to be the Taric ultimate popping out right now. Godzilla is going to get pulled in. He is going to go into his passive right now. Video Gamer is going to be taking the turret, and he's going to be shut down. That is going to be a double kill for Urgot. Taric now looking for the stun. January got the kill onto Shasta right now. He might just go in for Assassin Twitch. Might try to 1v4 here. You know you want to, January. You're low, I get it, but you know you want to.
It looks like he'll go with the more conservative approach, but if there's a way to get back into the game, that's it right there. Picking up a huge shutdown onto the Jarvan, as well as the kill onto the Zac. Unfortunately, both kills went onto the Urgot, which doesn't scale particularly well. Might have preferred it on either LeBlanc to bring her back into the game, or Sivir to further that, that scaling. That said, those are the types of fights, those are the types of overcommitments that, Snek wants to see from Yellow Jackets to come back into this.
Yeah, for sure. But by the looks of it, I'm going to keep on saying for sure, because David told me to stop saying for sure.
So, it's kind of funny, they win a fight, and end up down 11k now and lose the dragon.
Yeah, the Infernal Dragon's going to be huge for them. That's going to be their second one. I believe it's like 16%, 15%?
16 or 18 sounds about right. It's a significant amount of AD and AP, especially for champions like the Zoe, like the Twitch, and even the Jarvan, who builds quite a bit of AD in top lane.
Yeah.
Those dragons are definitely going to be extremely effective.
Yeah. Sleeping Trouble Bubble not landing onto Shasta, just barely.
Oh my god, if you look at the items, Twitch just completing his second item, the Hurricane. Yeah, they're not going to do much on a Zoe there.
No.
Whereas, Sivir is just starting to pick up Zeal components.
Going in onto the White Shadow. White Shadow going extremely low. Oh. Uses his ultimate to get out of the Cataclysm and not take damage. But Video Gamer 69 is going to flash and get the kill. But now he has to deal with Shasta and Iron Man Fan 34.
They do no damage to him.
It doesn't matter because he's just going to get taken in. But Zekro is going to have to use his flash to get out.
And that's another shutdown going onto the Urgot. At this point, the Urgot has gotten a huge influx of gold, almost 2,000 in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, he was down 4,000, now only down 2.5.
So he's getting that gold lead back.
Slowly, clawing at it. But since he is picking up these kills, gotta look to him to be a huge contributor in these fights. He's picking up a lot of the gold. Yeah. And I think it's interesting that he's still sitting on 6 minion DMATs.
That is going to be the Sivir ultimate as well as the Taric ultimate. January is going to go down to Sivir. That is a huge shutdown right now.
Wait, this is winnable. Sivir just got a 1,000 gold bounty onto the Twitch. That's actually huge.
Yeah. Now has 1,493 gold. Is only about 1k behind Twitch now in gold as well. That is huge for Gara of the Sand.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what you need to get back into this. It's a pretty significant throw by Yellow Jackets. I mean, they give up a couple kills, and they still get a turret out of it, so I guess not all that bad.
Is it really throwing if you don't get a couple turrets?
I mean, they gave up 1,000 gold bounty and still increased their gold lead. I'm not sure how that's possible, but that's literally what just happened.
What you need to worry about is the one-shot button known as Zekro.
Yeah, and Zekro doesn't have very much mana, so he might have to reset before he one-shots anyone, but at this point he is an extremely strong Zoe, and Zoe went ahead is so oppressive.
Yeah. Also, speaking about the Zoe's build for a second, how do you feel about Zekro building a Zanya's Hourglass second item?
I don't hate it. It's a lot of safety. He also could have opted for like an early QSS since he's extremely strong. But either way, the Zhonya's is fine. I don't think that he needs to build into like, you know, a void second item or anything. Maybe a double pen would have been a bit more damage, and he could sit on like the stopwatch. I don't think he ended up using the stopwatch.
No, he did not.
But ultimately, I don't hate the build. I think it's fine. You know, more safety. When you're ahead, generally you want to build defensive because you have the extra gold for it. You do the same amount of damage. You're just harder to throw.
Fair enough. But it does look like Zekro, well, Godzilla is going to be clearing some vision. Oh, Zekro might get a catch on Moose right now. Sleepy Trouble Bubble lands. It's going. That Pal Star's not going. Oh no. My god, Zekro, no, Zekro, don't die. That's going to be so much gold onto this Ram. It's not who you want to get that gold on. But that is going to be the Taric ultimate. Sivir coming in with her ultimate. That is going to be the knockup onto Godzilla. Godzilla is going to go into his passive and he's going to go down. January is here though. He's going on to guard the Sand and Shastra at the same time.
Oh no, the Twitch!
Kill. White Shadow. He now gets White Shadow. Did White Shadow DC there? Oh my god.
Did White Shadow DC?
Maybe. That's going to be the Cataclysm onto Iron Man Fan 34. Oh my god. I got really close to the mic there. I am sorry if I broke anyone's ears.
I mean, I guess, you know, you can throw as much as you want, but then you still have that 10-1 Twitch insurance who's, you know, able to clean things up pretty well.
Yeah, that was a really bad play by Yellow Jackets Gaming. Was all just a bait to make a really good play for January.
Yeah, they're actually playing, you know, 4D chess, and I mean, honestly, they're just super far ahead at this point. So even though they're giving back a lot of kills, it seems like, they're still, you know, picking up kills on the backside, picking up every single objective, and you'd expect them to play around Baron now and look to end.
Yeah, that is going to be Ocean Drake going down to this Yellow Jackets team. That is going to be their 4th dragon. And with the last dragon being an Infernal Dragon, actually, yeah, with the last dragon being an Infernal Dragon, that is going to be huge for them if they can pick that up. But on the same side, if Lancenet can pick it up, that is going to be a lot more damage in their pocket.
For sure. Ideally for them, they definitely want to pick that up to try and counteract, you know, the 2 Infernals that Yellow Jackets already have. So, how do you feel about Twitch picking up a Bloodthirster here?
I don't necessarily dislike it. I rather have seen something like a Bork or a different Zeal item.
Yeah, I think going for more crit might have been the way to go about it, or just a Bork. I feel like Bork might synergize better.
Zekro just stole that from Shaster.
That's BM. Come on. Kicking a man while he's down.
Why would you do that, Zekro? He's hurting.
No, I mean, denying jungle camps is definitely a way to continue your lead, and
yeah,
doing it rather effectively.
That is going to be a 3-man knockup, 2-man knockup from Godzilla. That is going to be a lot of damage on Guard of the Sand.
Yeah, and that was just a naked Zoe Q, just doing so much damage.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, Moose is just, goodbye, good night. See you next year. And it
does looks like they're starting up the Baron there.
Yellow Jackets Gaming is going to be starting up this Baron.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how well Snek will be able to contest this. Okay, well, Zoe doesn't do too much damage to Rammus. That's
I'd
one
hope
champ.
Not. I really hope not.
It's a little while before he finishes that Void, and we'll be able to destroy the Rammus.
Yeah, but that is going to be the Baron, which means that Yellow Jackets Gaming are one step closer to ending this game.
Switch?
January's ending. January's ending.
You know, it's when you're 10-1 on Twitch, you know, you think that you can kill everybody. And,
oh my god! Video Gamer 69 getting the kill onto White Shadow with the Cataclysm. He is going on to Shasta right now. Shasta is about to go down, but survives. Godzilla now going for it. Has to pop the stopwatch. He isn't going to get stunned up. Going to get the knockup. Zekro is going to kill Shasta now. The Drowsy onto Moose. Moose is going to go down. That's a double kill for Zoe. What is going on? Why do people just keep on walking in?
I mean, why use Baron to push objectives when you can use it to, you know, run at enemies and try to deal damage?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Unfortunately, I don't think Yellow Jackets fighting without Twitch is their best look, but, you know, with how far ahead they are, they can probably get away with it if they fight around the Zoe, who's just absurdly strong at this point.
The Zoe's absurdly strong. Even the Jarvan's absurdly strong.
Yeah, the Jarvan has a lot of AD. You end up finishing that Ghost Blade, finishing a Titanic Hydra. He's gonna deal a ton of damage and be relatively tanky while doing it.
Are we gonna see the 2 Yomu's Ghost Blade strat this game?
I'd say probably unlikely. More likely to see perhaps just a Sterax coming up, or I might have preferred a Guardian Angel, but at this point, I think
the Guardian
build
Angel would
whatever.
have also been the best pickup for him. It gives you a lot more AD, saves you when you go down, and seeing how he is going, and he is going down quite a bit.
I think that's the big thing. When you're ahead, you can continue to snowball your lead by buying stuff like the Guardian Angel, diving in and just not giving kills back.
Fair enough. But it does look like the Yellow Jackets are going to be grouping up top and seeing if they can push this, while Zoe is going to be splitting in the bot lane. So, an interesting one for sending the mid laners, AP mid laner, to split push. How do you feel about that?
Not the worst thing in the world, considering Jarvan doesn't have TP. That said, they definitely need to play back here and make sure they don't get engaged on.
That is going to be the Sivir ultimate. Godzilla is actually going to be the one engaging. He's going to knock Moose away. Shaster, but everyone gets the ultimate from him. The White Chow getting up the hill onto January right now. They are going on a Video Gamer right now. The White Chow does go down. It does look like Shaster is going to be going down, maybe? Video Gamer also trying to get out. Video Gamer gets a triple kill, gets Shaster.
Penta?
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 Penta? Give it to Godzilla!
Oh, no. Godzilla taking the kill as he goes into Bloblet.
Zyra gets it. Meanwhile, Zoe's just split pushing bot lane.
Yeah, and Twitch actually did almost nothing in that fight. You know, dove extremely hard by the Rammus and the LeBlanc, as well as the.
So they they kind of just won a 3v5.
Kind of. You know, the Jarvan was just able to put out a ton of damage. So was the Zyra.
Yeah.
And they're able to turn that around. And
this
Zoe
might just be
split
game
push.
here. Zoe? No, Zoe! Sekiro, you failed me. So.
And they might catch the Jarvan here as well. And
yeah, so
the game's not over yet.
Not over yet, but they are going to take the last inhibitor as a consolation prize.
Yeah, and the Infernal Dragon is up. Maybe Sneck can go pick it up and.
Yeah, Sneck's base has been cracked wide open. They have to play very defensively. It's going to be very hard for anyone to do anything here.
Alright, so we see the Twitch ends up picking up the QSS. God, they lose 2 people and they still end up getting every single objective on the map. That's
it's you got to commend them on their strategy. Yellow Jacket Gaming is just playing out of their mind right now.
They're definitely doing extremely well. You know, and Twitch picking up that QSS makes it a lot harder for Rammus to kill him, as well as, you know, the Tark stun.
Speaking of Rammus, it does look like Shaster's about to get caught out. January taking a bit of damage, but that is going to be Guard of the Sand ulting. January gets stunned up. January goes down. And it does look like Guard of the Sand is going to go out. Moose is going to go down, but his ultimate is going to pop. That's going to be Urgot getting shut down onto Zyra right now. And they survive. Sneck survives to live another day.
Yeah, with the Urgot ult and the LeBlanc burst, they're able to end up picking up a couple of kills, but it looks like the Yellow Jackets really don't care, and they're still pushing in and might be pressuring this inhib top.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see that even though how impressive Yellow Jackets Gaming has been, January just did extremely well during the lane phase, but during this team fight phase, he isn't doing so hot.
I think it's extremely difficult to play Twitch effectively, especially into champions like Taric and Urgot and Rammus and even a LeBlanc. It's a lot about positioning and knowing when to enter a fight. Unfortunately, starting out every single fight at the front and getting punished for it, not really flexing their lead too much.
Yeah. Also, OKC static. Bilgewater is going to be at 4 p.m. tonight. But anyways, it does look like Yellow Jacket Gaming is going to be starting up this band right now. Lanceneck is here. This will most likely be their last stand.
And it looks like they're just giving it up, so maybe they're going to fight at their Naked Nexus, as Rammus goes for those...
Rammus, you greedy person. Rammus is going to be caught out here. Shastra going down. Now the chase onto Moose is out. I recommend Moose uses his ultimate now before he gets down. And with... Oh, it was down anyways. With Moose going down, it is going to be a 3v5 to protect this turret. This might just be the end of Lanceneck here. Guard the stand going down. His GA Poppy Iron Man fan slaying Video Gamer 69 of January getting the kill. That's going to be the kill on Saber, and that is going to be the game. Yellow Jackets Gaming picking it up.
Yeah, definitely an extremely bloody game, and well done by Yellow Jackets to get an early lead and, continue that throughout the entire game, pick up every single objective and clean,
Why is the
close
stream
it out.
deck not working? What? Okay. Oh, there we go. It was just delayed. Okay, anyways, we are going to be taking another short break real quick, and then we are going to come back and we are going to stream... What's game 4? No Apologies versus... I don't remember who they played. I know it's the No Apologies game, though. So don't go anywhere. And we are back to week 4 of Shadow Isles in the GRLCS Championship Tournament. I should probably stop the music. How are you, Aikado?
Doing well. Back and ready for game 4 today.
Yep. And do we have a good game 4 for you? It is going to be No Apologies versus ASR. So let us get straight into that.
Alright, and no apologies on the blue side. Ooga Booga in the top lane on the York, End in the jungle on Sejuani, Pwn Star on the Lux in the mid lane, and then No Mind and the Exister with the Sivir Thresh bottom lane.
Yep. And then on the red side, we have Emrys 3 on Yasuo top lane. In the jungle, we have Creativity Yok on Nocturne. In the mid lane, we have Flash Frost on Galio. And in the bot lane, we have E-Girl Slayer and Bubbly Becca on Ashe Nautilus. Might I just say, we don't have a Zac in this game, but we still have Sivir in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Sivir's definitely one of the stronger AD carries at the moment. So not too surprising. Though the Yorick, after patch, after nerf, still seeing him in the top lane. Definitely an interesting pick. As far as everyone was saying, it seemed like the nerf was pretty significant to him.
The nerf was pretty big, so I was one of the people who did abuse Yorick a bit when he was OP. The nerf hit pretty big, so Conqueror just being actually balanced this time around. And kind of weak, honestly, after all the nerfs that it got hit with. As well as the small nerf, it's a notable nerf on his ultimate. It does make him a much weaker champion, but I still think he's decent in gold elo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If he ends up doing relatively well, split pushing is pretty strong. That said, he is into Yasuo, who is considered one of the harder counters, considering Yasuo can clear the ghouls relatively easly.
So, a lot of damage on a No Mind right now from this bot lane.
Yeah, the early all-in here from the Nautilus, able to take out quite a bit of No Mind and the Exister's health down there.
Yeah. So No Apologies also being one of our teams that is undefeated right now. It's definitely going to be interesting. Are they undefeated? I can't remember at this point in time.
I believe so. That sounds right.
So.
Yeah, they are.
Also,
they're 3-0.
I'm going to talk to the chat only once about this, and I'm not going to reference it since. Please, we understand that there are some issues, but they are now gone. Please stop bringing it up. Thank you. That is all. Gold chat understands what I'm talking about, Aikata. You might have...
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It looks like the junglers might actually meet at the topside crab here.
Yeah. I feel like... I honestly think Sejuani wins that if she was level 3.
Yeah, but Nocturne ended up doing the golems clear, so he's level 3 first. And looks like he's able to get the crab as his prize, push the Sejuani off, and might even be able to rotate into the bottom side crab and pick up both of them.
Yeah. Also, looking at this bot lane, so E-Girl Slayer is the new ADC for ASR. So Bubbly Becca and him have not had a lot of practice together. How do you think that's going to affect them in this game?
It'll definitely be interesting to watch, see how much cohesion they have been able to foster in the short amount of time that they've been together. That said, it looks like there's a lot of poke going down in that mid lane, and Galio actually has no mana, likely to recall here, ended up using the TP to get back to lane.
Yeah. Real quick, ooh, he does miss the E. From the Yorick does miss the E, has to flash from the wind wall, from the tornado.
Yeah, and Yasuo had fully stacked Conqueror there, so he was pretty strong, and Smite fight over the crab.
It's going to be End getting caught out by ASR, and that's going to be First Blood going over to Creativity Yoke.
Yeah, that's actually huge for Nocturne, who's generally speaking not particularly strong early game, wants to farm to 6. Picking up an early kill is huge for any sort of snowballing that they might want to do.
So, I do want to just take a second to talk about this Yasuo Urgot lane. After this happens, this engage happens. Yeah, just some training. So, Yorick's big combo is throwing the wall out, using the E to get the minions to jump on it, and just attacking the Yasuo with 3 minions on him. However, Yasuo being one of those really high mobility champions, the wall doesn't affect the wall really doesn't affect him too much for the sole reason of he can just dash to a minion and get out.
Yeah, he can dash through minions or he can dash through the ghouls. Generally speaking, he has a way out of the wall. That plus he has the wind wall to block the Yorick E.
Yeah.
And his auto attacks, are pretty effective at getting rid of the ghouls.
Yeah, so
and
it's
actually... Go ahead.
It's definitely going to be hard for Yorick. You got it, Akata. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say it's definitely one of his harder lanes, and we'll see how he's able to keep up here. I think post Trinity Force he has a little bit better time about it, but once a Yasuo gets ahead, he's still hard to deal with.
Yeah, post Trinity Force is going to be really helpful for Yorick, as well as post 6, getting eulogy of the something.
Getting Maiden.
Yeah, once you get Maiden, it helps out a lot. Oh, it's eulogy of the Maiden. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right.
Yorick has some fancy ability names, honestly. I was looking at them the other day and I was like, oh, someone's totally going to be playing Yorick this week. I should probably memorize them, and then I just forgot to.
That's alright. Well, what the Chinese player, I think in an interview, one of the Chinese players was like, yeah, Yorick and all of his damage comes from his ex-wife and his 4 sons. So I think it might be eulogy of the ex-wife, but...
Please? Oh my god, that's great though. But it does look like Ed is coming up here for Emrys right now. But Emrys is going to have to flash away. Barely dodges the W, the second W proc from Sejuani and is able to get out scot-free.
Yeah, and if he does get hit by that, that's a stun that might end up leading to his death. That said, he's able to get a recall off here, buy his early Zeal, and probably won't lose too much in that lane.
Flash Frost getting poked out quite a bit by this Lux right now.
Yeah, Lux actually doing so much damage, and she definitely has lethal on him if she lands anything. R?
Possibly?
What? Press R?
No, R's too mainstream of a kill. It has to be an auto attack kill.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm pretty sure with the passive proc, hitting the ultimate would have got the kill. That is going to be
Maiden going in onto Yasuo right now. He's just sitting in it right now, but he's going to get knocked up and feared as well. Oh my god, he got so close, honestly.
Yeah, and the healing from the Conqueror is able to keep him alive there at the end, and Pone Star on the Lux was actually able to get the kill onto Galio during the middle of that with his ult, so...
He actually ulted?
Yeah, he found his R key and got the kill.
Yeah. I'm so happy, so proud. I know that R key is pretty far away, I'm not going to lie here.
Bubbly Becca going in.
Oh, that is going to be the stun onto No Mind as well. Bubbly Becca's just been doing a lot right now. But he is going to go down to the... She is going to go down to the Sivir Boomerang.
Yeah, and that combo of Nautilus Ashe just has so much CC. They're able to pick up the kill on Thresh right outside of tower range.
Yeah. Oh, that slow from the Asher is actually doing a lot. Pone Star flashed away and then tried to get the stun. A bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, miscommunication between, the eyes and the hands, I suppose. But, either way, they're able to get the flash out of the Ashe. And that's a potential target for the Sejuani level 6 gank.
Oh my god, I am tired beyond all belief right now. So, I had a question for you and I completely forgot it. Oh well. It's whatever. If it was important, it will come back to me. That is going to be the fight onto Bubbly back. The Paranoia is going to come out. They are going to be onto this Thresh right now. Thresh might be going down. That's going to be the Sister going down to Creativity Yoke.
And that's twice in a row that Thresh walks the lane and dies instantly. You know, just so much CC coming out of the Nautilus and coming out of the Ashe. They're able to lock him down for the Nocturne, and Nocturne's first ultimate gets a kill. Yeah. That's always what you're looking for with Nocturne.
Yeah. So, Nocturne, how do you feel about late game Nocturne compared to early game Nocturne?
Late game Nocturne doesn't do a whole lot unless super far ahead. Generally speaking, you know, he's looking to one-shot someone or he's pretty useless. That said, his ultimate is huge for creating space within fights, because it's extremely hard to walk up and auto-attack as a Sivir when you're in the middle of darkness.
Emmer's getting flashed on by Ooga Booga Booga. That is...
Yeah, that was
a very clean play by him, although, as we were talking about, Yasuo was able to E out of that wall.
Yeah, able to E out of the wall, but he ends up, you know, eating all the damage anyway, and apparently... Yorick doesn't need the Trinity Force, just needs to finish his Sheen, and he's looking pretty good.
The Sheen does do quite a bit of damage for Yorick.
For sure, it's definitely a power spike.
Yeah, but it does look like No Apologies does have their eyes set on this Rift Herald right now. Sending 4 members up here to get it. I don't know why the Sister's up here, honestly. He's already so behind because he's just been instantly killed out of lane twice in a row.
Yeah, he's getting annoyed with walking bot and dying, so he's gonna, you know, look at the rest of the map maybe, you know, take a tour.
Just leave No Mind out to rot. I feel that. Who needs an ADC, am I right?
He's just taking a vacation, you know, he'll come back eventually.
Yeah, and like, No Mind can't even defend his turret anymore because, whatchamacallit, the Sister wasn't there. It's rough. Not much that he can do about it, too. Just has to lose out on that XP and that gold.
Yeah, and unfortunately that ends up...
Oh, that is going to be the stun onto her, though. That's going to be the ultimate from the Nautilus. Gets the knockup. The smoke shield doesn't come out in time. But they still just turn onto the Sister.
See, the first time that he shows up to the lane, he just dies again. I agree with his decision to just
that's gonna be
leave.
The Glacial Prism. They just don't do damage to Flash Frost. That's gonna be the Paranoia coming out onto the left. She is gonna use her barrier. The fear is gonna come out on her, and Flash Frost is going to be getting the kill. Ed has to flash away, but Eagle Slayer gets the slow with the W. That's gonna be the flash from Flash Frost. The taunt and Creativity Yoke is going to get the kill. Not looking so hot for No Mind right now. No Apologies.
Yeah, no, it looked like they dropped their entire combo on the Galio while Galio was still channeling W, so he gets massive damage reduction and is able to tank it out, and the counter gank from Nocturne gets him a couple kills.
Yeah. That is going to be a lot of damage coming out from Yasuo from both this Maiden. The Rift Herald's here too. That's going to be the ultimate from the Yasuo though, but he is going to go down because the Maiden's still up and attacking him.
Yeah, and that's the Yorick right there. He has a Maiden, he has a Herald, he has so many pets there, and able to get the kill, and maybe the turret? Does that turret go down?
Is it bad that I want to see a Mordekaiser game versus a Yorick game, and I just want to see the Maiden and the Dragon duke it out?
I mean, that would definitely be something to watch.
Okay, so Flex. I know one of the Flex members are in here besides me. New strategy. We're doing the summoning game. We're gonna have an Annie, a Mordekaiser, a Yorick, an Ivern. I need a 5th champion.
Oh god. I'm sure there's someone else that summons something, right?
I really hope so. I really hope so. What is something that... Zyra's plants don't count, do they?
I mean, to fill out the team, maybe. Oh, and that's a great spell shield.
Yeah, that's going to be the knockup onto the Sister from Bubbly Becca's ultimate. She is going to have to flash out, but gets hit by the wall. The box, I mean. The box's wall. And they're just going to push this turret. They don't care. Yeah, this is my turret.
The ghouls there are there to tank it, and they just get a turret without any minions.
But I've decided this is going to be what Hardstuck Gold not Hardstuck Gold, what we pull up and pull out against Hardstuck Gold.
And this is actually huge that they're able to get this free push here.
That is going to be a lot of damage coming on to that Nocturne, and he's just going to go down to this Yorick. This Yorick pick doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, No Apologies was actually so far behind, but, you know, they're able to get these pushes off. You know, they're rotating several people into the bottom lane, getting kills, and now they might even
Get this
stick
Infernal
around for the Dragon, too.
Yeah. That is quite a big power play from this team right now.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a huge swing in gold. You know, No Apologies was behind, and now it's pretty much even.
Yeah, so,
You know, this Yorick that we were kind of questioning after the nerfs, but it doesn't look like this is a nerfed Yorick to me. He's doing a ton of work
Are
right
we
now.
sure that we're on 9.5 here?
If you opened it up in your client, then yeah, right?
Yeah, I know for a fact it's 9.5. I was just...
Oh, okay. You were memeing. My bad.
Oh, Shaco! Thank you, Joey. That is going to be Yasuo flashing away. But the Yorick's just chasing him down, and Ooga Booga is going to get the kill onto Emrys 3. Which what looked like a horrible lane for him. Just he's turned it into something magical.
At this point, he's so far ahead. He hasn't finished Trinity Force. He's stacking the Yorm's Fist. And
that is going to be the stun onto the Lux from the Ash Arrow. She's going to be stunned up for quite a bit, but Flash Frost going extremely low right now. The Lux ultimate going to pick up the kill. Paranoia from Creativity Yoke trying to go out to save him, but doesn't work out. That's going to be the Bubbly Becca getting the hook onto Pwn Star, though. Ultimate going out onto Sivir right now. No Mind going decently low, about half health, but now End is the target. End at almost no health, but Bubbly Becca is going to go down. Now Eagle Slayer has to flash out.
And this is just huge. The turn here in the gold is massive.
Oh, Emrys. No, Emrys, the maiden.
And this is my team's Yasuo in the top lane. Is No Apologies. The kill score was 7-3 at one point. Now completely turned around, 10-7. No Apologies has that gold lead. They picked up the turret mid and might grab a second one. This is a huge turn.
Yeah. Ooga Booga Booga just showing his complete dominance on this champion right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing extremely well on, you know, post-nerf Yorick.
Yeah, he has inspired me to play him a bit more, not even though he's nerfed. Congratulations to Ooga Booga Booga.
Yeah. And that's not even to mention, though, the Sivir is playing relatively well, you know, farming pretty good, 2-0-2 now. As well as the Lux, who was able to get that solo kill earlier and now putting out damage in these fights and rotating around, helping to take these turrets. You know, definitely a team effort here from No Apologies.
Yeah, the team's doing extremely well right now. It does look like they are going to be giving over this blue buff to Pwn Star. Probably a good idea. 3-1-2 has the lead in Zeko. Probably does some damage.
Yeah, no, the Lux will definitely appreciate that. She goes back and picks up a needlessly large rod here. Definitely going to be pumping out a lot of damage.
Yeah. But by the looks of it, everything's kind of calmed down right now. Yorick looking for a new lane to split push. But...
yeah, I'd expect them to set up the Yorick bottom lane, you know, just to apply pressure... as they set up Baron Vision for the next couple
Baron
minutes.
Coming up, but it does look like this Yasuo is just going to get this outer turret for free.
Yeah, Yasuo's committing to the split push never group. He did end up picking up the crit cloak, so he's at 90% crit now, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
We'll see if Yorick's able to chase him down with the phage move
no,
speed.
Yorick just
like
wants the CS. Do you blame the guy?
I mean, the CS is probably worth more at this point than the Yasuo is.
Yikes. Big oof.
Yeah. But Yorick ended up finishing up Sterak's Gauge. He's extremely strong. You know, Sivir finished the Infinity Edge and is building towards a Seal item.
That is going to be the Sivir ultimate coming out. They are trying to catch out Flash Frost right now, but it doesn't look like they are going to be catching up right now. But like for something that you would usually want to run a like 1-4, like send Yorick bot lane, send everyone else top lane, they just keep on grouping, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it or not.
Yeah, they're missing out on a lot of farm top lane, but
That is going to be the Paranoia coming out right now, as well as the Galio ult. The Zodia's Hourglass coming out from the Lux, with the Thresh Lantern as well. It is going to save her. Yorick is just such a tanky person, though. He's taking all of this, but he does eventually go down to Bubbly Becca. Not who you want to see that shutdown gold going on to.
and that was actually 3v5 right there, and they're able to last so long that they're able to break this mid lane turret.
Get very close to breaking this mid lane turret. But it does look like Emrys is going to be going down to this. No! Emrys survives. No mind, not doing enough damage quite yet. The box coming out right now to get some slows. But, oh, Zister might be. Zister gets caught by Bubbly Becca. He is going to go down.
And wow, that's just overstaying to the max there. You know, they weren't able to finish the turret, and they end up dropping a few kills on the backside of it. They actually lose quite a bit of pressure with that. The gold lead is set back up, and ASR should be able to establish Baron vision here. Oh, they're just starting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
With end only coming up right now, it might be a good play.
It's a little scary with that teleport coming in, and you know this Lux is so strong.
He doesn't have his maiden though, but I guess they don't know that.
I mean, he's still an extremely strong
Slayer
boy.
going down to No Mind. That's going to be a lot of damage. Podstar also getting a kill onto Galio with his ult. Creativity going extremely low, but they are just going to turn on to Bubbly Becca.
And that's just kind of greedy. I mean, they just got this gold back.
The greed doesn't stop there, because now No Apologies is going to start it up.
At this point, I don't even think it's greedy. They just killed 3 enemies. They're ahead, and everyone else has to recall. I think this is fine.
Yep.
God, ASR had just gotten back into the game. You know, they should have set up Vision and then spent their gold, and maybe contest the Spare and maybe contest that Infernal Drake. But now they're so far behind. You know, that's a 3k gold swing. 0 AP ended up picking up the Baron, and they might grab Infernal here as well. They're extremely strong at this point.
Yeah. Going for that Infernal Drake is probably going to be huge for them, honestly.
Yeah, I think ASR has to fight right now before No Apologies gets to spend their gold that they just got. That said, they do have that Baron buff, which gives a lot of stats, so it's a close fight.
Yorick getting caught out, though, but he's still alive! He survived for so long, but that's going to be a double kill for No Mind. Triple kill now. Now going for that Galio. Lux is going to pick it up, and they are going to get this Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, they just don't have enough damage to go through the Sejuani, to go through the Yorick. They're so tanky. And the whole time, Sivir and Lux are just putting out so much damage. You know, well played by No Apologies. I said the ASR had to force it, but they just didn't have the damage to do it.
Yeah. With Lux also having 630 gold in the bank, she is about 500, 600 gold away from getting that Rabadon's death cap, and that is going to be a huge item for her.
Once she finishes the Rabadons, pretty much landing a Q on anybody will result in them being extremely dead. Yes.
Maybe not Bubbly Becca.
I think it depends on if the Nautilus is able to proc Aftershock.
Yeah.
If she is, then she could probably survive. If she isn't, though, it's pretty unlucky.
Also, Creativity Yoke may be able to survive if he uses his spell shield at the right time.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I suppose there are definitely instances in which a Q doesn't result in automatic kills. Becca tries to steal that blue buff back for her team, unfortunately not able to.
Yeah. But other than that, maybe Flash Frost, just because he is Galio. I take it
back. I take it back. Alexa Q doesn't kill anybody. Everyone survives it.
No, you're not allowed to take it back, Hikato.
Alright.
But like, it does do a lot of it takes them down pretty low. I will say that much.
Yeah, something like that. But this Yorick he's just gonna walk up and Q that turret and it's gonna die to demolish. But I want to see the damage. Come on, direct to camera. Yeah, he one shot.
That is going to be the paranoia and onto Sivir. Sivir's trying to get out right now. That's going to be the stun up onto Nocturne. He is going to go down to the Q. And York is just taking so much damage. Killed Bubbly Becca right now. Still alive. Even has Ignite on him. The Maiden helping out so much. Yasuo coming out, but that's going to be a double kill. That's going to be Egro Slayer going down. That's going to be the game. Triple kill for Ooga Booga Booga.
And they actually did... You know, the Yasuo, if he had just one more item, if he had that finished Infinity Edge, he might be able to turn that fight around, but no apologies, able to keep their Sivir and Lux safe and free hitting on the back line, and they should grab the win here.
Yep. And so now we have one more game with no apologies, now picking up their 4th win. We have one more game that we have to stream.
Yeah, and really well played by No Apologies, getting that Yorick ahead and then just rotating around the map. They really had superior macro there and, you know, use it to their advantage to win that game.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, we are going to be taking a short break, and then we are going to come back with our last game. Powden, you don't get a say in anything after you woke me up at 4:40 a.m. So anyways, we are going to take a 5-minute break. We will see you shortly.
Always.
Hello, and welcome back to the last game of the Shadow Isles Week 4 GRLCS Championship Series. Are you ready, Aikata?
Always ready.
Always ready? So,
Yeah.
we are going into Game 5, which is going to be the Piltover Pokes versus the SEAL Team 6.
The SEAL Team 6, huh?
The SEAL Team 6. Not just any SEAL Team 6. The SEAL Team 6.
Alright, so on the blue side here, we have the Piltover Pokes. It's Majestic Emu on the Darius top lane, Brinticus on Jarvan in the jungle, Kilgar with Malzahar mid, and then OSU Alarm and Celercia on the Kaisa Morgana bottom lane.
So, before I introduce SEAL Team 6, I think this is the first time that we are seeing the quote-unquote new Morgana. Visually new, but first time that we are seeing her. Anyways, on the red side, we have SEAL Team 6. In the top lane, we have Alarcion on Ornn. In the jungle, we have I'm Heimel on Nocturne. And we are seeing double invades. This is just awkward.
Like ships passing in the night. They don't even know.
In the mid lane, we have Jobero on Lissandra. And in the bot lane, we have Paladin and the Albinosaur on Sivir and Nami.
Okay, and we see
we're
the Pokes
about
heading back.
We're
Oh,
about
God.
to have. Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh no! A fight has broken out. A lot of damage is coming out. Ignite has been used. A heal's been used. Alarcion is the first to go down. First one for Kilgar.
In the Ornn in front just tanks literally everything and goes down.
But looking at it, Paladin used his heal. The Albinosaur used her Ignite. And on the other side, only Celercia used her Ignite.
Yeah, they didn't have to use, the heal or any other summoners, and they're still able to pick up that kill.
Yeah.
Pretty unfortunate for SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this bot lane goes without the heal.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not ideal. That said, she does have the Nami. Nami's pretty strong in lane, gives you a lot of, poke and sustain.
Yeah.
But if you eat the Morgana bindings, it's definitely not a fun lane for you.
Yeah. So, looking at these two teams, OSU is the only team that is 0-3 right now. Just by the way, in case you weren't aware, OSU does have a history of losing.
Is that right?
Yeah, apparently OSU has a history of losing, to my knowledge.
Well, they might be able to turn their luck around in this game as they ended up with first blood.
So, yeah, Alarcion doing a lot of damage to this Darius right now, but
The
Darius
is still
now
level
has
1.
his hemorrhage stacks on him.
Oh my god, if Darius hits level 2, just go kill him.
Well,
Go kill him!
He should...
Just
Oh my
ghost
God.
at him and he has to flash away. Just trade your ghost for his flash. It's free.
Or you trade your flash for his flash.
That's also an option, I suppose.
It's not a good option, but it's an option, right?
It's something.
I definitely think a Majestic Emu, if he had flash queued, he would have been able to kill Alarcion.
Maybe.
I don't think Alarcion would have reacted fast enough to flash away from it.
That might be the case. And then the bleed might end up killing him, but really interesting. Here in the mid lane, Yobero opted for Comet on Lissandra. It's definitely not standard. Generally, we will, see Aftershock as the rune of choice.
Yeah. It's interesting to see Alarcion getting pulled in but I'm Heimel's here, but I'm Heimel is going to go down to Brinticus, but he is going to be able to kill Majestic Emu.
Yeah, and Darius actually went down so fast there with the counter gank from Brinticus. I thought they'd be able to turn it, but just trading 1 for 1.
I think Majestic Emu took a turret shot.
That might be the case.
Yeah.
That would explain.
That is going to be Albinosaur getting stunned up, taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, and he is playing the Nami. He does have a potion to pop, but even still, it's not an amount of poke that you know are excited to take this early in the lane.
Yeah. Paladin also playing Sivir, pretty good champion into Morgana, as well as Kai'Sa, allowing you to mana shield the W from Kai'Sa as well as the binding from Morgana.
Yeah, that said, the Kai'Sa, I believe the Kai'Sa Q only gets one of the bolts procced, so you know there's a little bit of play there.
Yeah.
But Nami not quite able to get the ward over the wall into the bush.
No, she wanted to ward the lane, I swear.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Who wouldn't want to ward the lane, am I right?
I mean, if they're getting shoved in, it could be useful, but you know, they're shoving, wasting that word. Gosh, you know.
Yeah. But Larsion also kind of getting beaten out by Majestic Emu on this Darius.
Yeah, the Darius had won the trade, but then he tanked so much in minions, and it went pretty even, unfortunately.
Heimel is here now, looking to get onto this bot lane. Smited Celercia, and Celercia having to flash away, as well as the OSU Alarm using his heal.
Yeah, and the pre-6 Nocturne ult, not something you see often, and he's able to get a couple of summoners for it.
Also, Joe Barrow's explanation for not taking Aftershock is, I'm not an Aftershock abuser.
I mean, respectable for sure, as long as you win the game, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Then,
but it isn't a good explanation for why he isn't taking it. I mean...
No, it's fine. I mean, you know, if he wants his dignity and self-respect...
Who needs dignity and self-respect? You know everyone tried out, all the top winners in GRLCS tried out Yorick at least once when Conqueror was busted.
Yeah, and Champ's a little strong. Just a little.
Just slightly.
Yeah.
He says that he hits all of his Qs.
I guess that makes the comment better, but either way, we're seeing a pretty big CS lead develop here in the top lane. 15 CS. There's a little bit of a stack here, so it's more around like 9 CS. But for this early in the game, that is still pretty significant. This is a matchup that Darius should win, but if he takes poke like that, you know, he has the potential to lose it.
Yeah. I'm not a very big pro on these top lane matchups. I kind of just go up here because my team forces me to. But I did actually play this matchup the other day.
Okay.
It was by accident, and I didn't mean to lock in Darius, but I didn't.
So what is your professional opinion on the matchup?
My professional opinion is Ornn does a lot of damage, but post 6, Darius should win it.
Okay, well, we're post 6 now, so maybe the Majestic Emu is able to channel his inner Siren and win this matchup.
Yeah, hopefully. But Heimel is also coming in. That is going to be the ultimate coming out from a Larsion, but Majestic Emu is going to flash it.
And that was kind of some strange synergy there. You know, Larsion was making an item there on the side when Heimel walked up and tried to gank, so it's still effective. They're able to get a flash, but they trade the dragon for it.
Yeah, not very worth for them. What's a Siren? I'm a Siren. I've got nothing else for you, Static, honestly. But yeah, trading the dragon, I would have liked to maybe see something, Heimel do something else because he was losing that dragon for basically nothing.
Not a ton to do, you know, maybe invade topside, but, you know, ultimately he decided to go for the gank, and, Piltover Pokes did a good job of countering that and grabbing the dragon.
Yeah. And we are seeing Kilgar picking up this blue buff. So I do want to talk about the Malzahar-Lissandra matchup for a second. So Malzahar being a champion, you use ultimate lock down the enemy. Lissandra kind of having this sort of the same ultimate, but has the ability to ult herself as well.
For sure. It's definitely the type of matchup where you would expect post 6 the junglers to hang around and look for a play. That said, you know, they hit 6 a couple minutes ago, and we haven't seen a gank mid yet. We haven't seen them utilize those lockdown ultimates.
Yeah. Brenticus looking more for counter jungling and such. Meanwhile, I'm Heimel looking for ganks in the bot lane and top lane. But speaking of bot lane and top lane, Alarcion going down to Kilgar. Kilgar using his ultimate, and Brenticus able to steal the red buff as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, walking through his jungle and the entire top half of OSU's there to lock him down and get a kill. And that's them playing around the Malzahar ultimate, I suppose.
Yep. You were wanting to see them play around it. Well, you got it.
Yeah, they got a kill with it, which is everything that you could hope for. And that should lead to a massive lead up here for the Darius. He might be able to get a plate here, but the big thing is that Alarcion's missing just so much experience and so much gold with those minions dying to the turret.
Yeah. Also, we are seeing a bit of a... that is going to be the paranoia coming out from I'm Heimel right now. That is going to be alarm flashing. That's going to be a two-man bubble, but they can't engage on it.
And that was actually a great Black Shield coming out of Celercia there, keeping his AD carry alive through the Nami bubble as well as the Nocturne Smite.
Well, wait a second. Jobero's here right now. Is stunned up by the binding. Has to ult himself. Celercia using her stopwatch, and Jobero might be going down here. Jobero ends up going down to the Space Aids, but now they have their eyes set onto the Albinosaur. Kilgar flashing in, getting the Space Aids onto her. That's going to be a double kill for Kilgar.
So you go with the real name for everything but the Space Aids?
I don't know what it's called.
That's alright. Kilgar there, able to pick up a couple more kills, and now 4-0 on this Malzahar pick. Extremely strong.
Well, what else would you call it?
I don't. I don't know. But either way, we're probably going to see Malzahar here recall, spend that gold he just picked up, or he'll stick around and clear another couple waves. He does have his ult up, so might be able to make a play onto Yobera, who no longer has his ult.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see, especially because Malzahar does have his ult, like you said. I'd like to see Brenticus look for a gank here real soon.
Yeah, looks like he's just going to opt into grabbing his red buff and... oh, Malefic Visions is what it's called.
Malefic Visions?
Yeah.
I like Space Aids.
I mean...
I don't know about you. I like Space Aids.
Either way, we see the ultimates coming off cooldown for the Nocturne, as well as the Lissandra here in the next 20 or so seconds. So they might look to make another play, but Celercia on the Morgana is just chilling in this mid lane bush here.
Yeah.
Maybe waiting for something, trying to counter gank.
Yeah. Jobero is going to get engaged on by the Malzahar ult, but the Malzahar is going to get the Black Shield from Celercia. He does use his cleanse, but I'm Heimel is still able to pick up the kill. But now Brenticus is here trying to get some damage on him, but the binding lands onto I'm Heimel. I'm Heimel gets a double kill because Celercia walks up too close.
Oh no, the Morgana didn't have any cooldowns and walked up into melee range of the Nocturne. Unfortunately for her, Nocturne's able to pick up the kill, and it's actually 3 for 0 on the side of...
Okay, that might be a kill. Yep, that is going to be a kill for Majestic Emu with his flash. Use the Noxian Guillotine as soon as he got 5 hemorrhage stacks on.
Yeah, and he's taking that massive lead that he developed over the last 10 or so minutes, and really flexing it there. Gets another kill. Ornn is now 0-3.
Yeah. Also, just as a side note, I do know Darius' ability names.
What's the E called?
Come over here. It's
That's alright.
I know Noxious Guillotine or Noxian Guillotine. And that's the one that matters.
You know, I respect that. That's 1 out of 4. I'm impressed.
I think the W is like sweeping strike.
I don't think that's right. I think it is. I don't know. I don't play the champ.
I don't play the champ either, so.
Alright, so it looks like two folks are opting into grabbing the Herald here is...
The binding not landing onto the Albinosaur barely. That's going to be the paranoia coming out from Heimel. They are going to jump onto Alarm. The Albinosaur are going to pick up the kill, and they are going to be chasing Solaris. The spell shield blocks, and Paladin picks up the kill.
And Heimel's actually just applying so much pressure right now around the map with that ultimate off cooldown.
However, Rift Herald is going to be used in this top lane. That's going to be the first turret going down to Piltover Pokes. In like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
And again, that's them playing around this lead that the Darius has. We'll see if they're able to continue that into the mid-late game, especially with the 5-1 Malzahar able to back him up.
Yeah, so how do you feel about Darius late game?
It's the type of champion that's useless until he isn't, right? He's entirely useless until he just fucking 1v4s and... you left him alone for too long in a fight.
Well, so the thing is, for Darius to 1v4, he has to be fighting for quite a long time. But it does look like Heimel's going to be caught out here. He's silenced. There's 3 members, and he overextended in his own jungle.
I mean, overextended. I say I was trying to get my red buff, and 4 people there. It's unlucky. There's 0 counterplay.
Yeah, real feels bad, man. But with that, it does look like OSU is going to have about a 2.5k gold lead 15 minutes into this.
Yeah, no, definitely a pretty healthy gold lead for this point in the game. Interesting looking at the builds to see Jarvan opt for just a chain vest. Is he going towards a Guardian Angel second, maybe? I feel like if he wants the armor right now, it might make more sense to have just built Tabi. Not sure where we're going with that one.
I think it might be a GA, honestly. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Deadman's Plate?
Maybe a Sunfire.
He has a warrior, right? I can't really tell.
Yeah, he does have a warrior.
Okay. So...
I don't know. There'll be something to keep an eye on. See what
or Deadman's Plate. That's all I can really guess.
Yeah, unless he is going for the jungle Sunfire cape.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, that would definitely be a decision.
Sometimes when I play my games, I see an Amumu with a Cinder Hulk, and then I see a Sunfire cape as well. I'm just sitting there questioning my life choices of why I queued up for ranked.
Double fire, you're gonna burn everyone up. So it's OP, secret OP. And he does opt for that GA rush. I mean, it definitely can be effective, especially since you are on a champion who dives so hard like the Jarvan and has pretty good AD ratios, so not the worst item in the world.
But there's definitely better items that he could have chosen.
Potentially. Yeah, honestly, I don't hate it. I don't have anything against it. The only thing I'd have against is, just sitting on the chainmail for so long. That's not much of a power spike.
Yeah.
That said, he made it through it, and he's now 1-1-6 with a couple of completed items and ready to dive onto some people.
Oh, he's been wanting to dive onto people all game. Because he's really only gone in, Actually, he does have 6 assists. I feel like he's done nothing all game, but he's done a lot. Sorry, Brenticus.
That said, as far as champions to get assists on goes, Jarvan's one of the easier ones, because anytime that anyone's within your E radius, you instantly get an assist on, so...
Fair enough.
God, you need to cut that yawning out.
Yeah, I know. Someone
it's like 2 p.m., bro.
I blame Paladin for waking me up.
See, I feel like people should probably just, set their Discord to, do not disturb when they go to bed. That
yeah,
way,
I forgot.
If you get added, But that's alright.
Yeah.
We see Darius actually getting caught out here.
From Paladin. Alarcion going to not get the knockup. Albinosaur going to miss the tidal wave just slightly as well.
And that was actually really interesting. Ornn was able to channel the ult and knock it back even though he R'd into the wall. I wasn't sure how that interaction would go, but he's able to get the hit off. Not quite able to make contact, but it's still Darius Flash and a lot of damage on his top lane.
Also, being a creep, just sitting behind that wall, trying not to be seen.
Yeah, perhaps expecting someone to come over the wall and he'll be able to counter it.
Yeah. He just wanted to watch his team from far away.
As you do.
Yeah. Just being a little bit of a creep, not too big of a creep.
And it looks like SEAL Team 6 is continuing the push here. No one's responding. Darius is walking up, but I don't think that he can 1v3.
Majestic Emu is about to 1v3 right here, but that's going to be the paranoia, and he's just going to go down to Imheimel. So much for a 1v3. I had such faith in you, Majestic Emu, and you just failed me.
Yeah, it was maybe a little optimistic, and SEAL Team 6 able to pick up that tier 2. Potentially OSU might be able to pick up this dragon in return, but they're giving up a lot of Baron vision. And
whoa. Okay, they were walking towards Baron, and I was about to be like, that's hella ambitious.
I mean, yeah, they don't. I don't think that they have the damage right now to deal it, but yeah. Interesting here. The Sivir opted for an Essence Reaver. I think that there's sort of two camps on that. You know, people complaining about whether it should be Essence Reaver or Infinity Edge. I think the Infinity Edge is probably better, but Essence Reaver does let you spam your abilities a bit more, give you the CDR for your ultimate. It's definitely not a bad option.
Yeah, it's an interesting option, but I mean, with Essence Reaver, it is honestly a really good item, and I honestly like it on Sivir first item a lot. It's definitely, like, it has its different uses compared to Infinity Edge, with Infinity Edge doing a lot of damage.
A lot more damage. Infinity Edge gives you a lot more flat AD as well as the crit scaling. So,
but having mana on Sivir is still, like, really good, so.
For sure. So if you're just clearing waves, it's probably better. If you're looking at team fight and everything, then the Infinity Edge might do you more work. But honestly, not a terrible choice either way.
Yeah. But looking at these two teams as well, they are honestly CSing pretty well, except for Imheimel, kind of a bit low. But
that's okay. He's been applying a lot of pressure.
He has been applying a lot of pressure, but he is about 30 CS down from his jungle counterpart of Brinticus.
Interesting that last game we saw the Nocturne go a cleaver rush after the warrior, a bit more tankiness, a bit more CDR.
Yeah.
Wait,
real quick, we do have an engage on Majestic Emu. He is caught out. That is a big heal, but he is going to go down.
Unfortunately, still not quite able to 1v. Maybe next time.
Yeah. So
maybe third time's the charm, right?
Third time's the charm. But Majestic Emu, not Majestic Emu, Imheimel going for not a block cleaver, as you were saying.
Yeah, no, he's going more for the lethality.
That's going to be the paranoia coming out from Imheimel, the Ornal coming out now. That's going to be the Lissandra flash and getting the stun on. That's going to be Kai'Sa going down. GA not being popped yet, but Kilgard going decently low.
And that was a massive Ornal. They're able to knock up 3 that was huge.
Yeah, and they are going to go for Baron as well.
Yeah, they probably have enough damage, but especially if OSU just lets them do it. Although Malzahar is really strong. Malzahar might be able to just 1v5 here.
Okay. Get out your Black Cleaver comment now while there's not a team fight.
Just that he's going for the full lethality. He's going for the one shot as opposed to the more utility focused. OSU's just letting them do Baron, I guess. Maybe they just don't know. It didn't occur to them, but SEAL Team 6 could be on it.
Okay. Great Baron. Great Baron.
I mean, yeah, they pick it up, and now they're extremely far ahead. Well, not really far ahead. They end up evening up the gold lead, but in terms of pressure around the map, they definitely have a lot more tempo. I'll see if they're able to just get these waves pushed out and maybe break the base open.
Yep. With only a 23-minute Baron, it is quite a weak Baron, but it still will do. It's still going to give them a lot of gold. It's still going to give them very strong pushing power.
For sure, for sure.
But, like, stat-wise, it isn't the biggest thing in the world compared to, like, a 40-minute Baron. However, it is still quite big. Welcome, Levi's. I'm glad that you are now here. But it does look like Imheimel is going to get engaged on for a bit, but he is going to use the spell shield to get out.
Yeah, and with the Nocturne completing the Duskblade here, he does do a lot of burst damage once he's able to ult in on somebody.
Yeah.
Definitely something to keep an eye on.
So,
and,
do you think Heimel is just going to do the ult in, get the kill on the ADC, and just die? Or how do you think that's going to work out?
I mean, at the moment, that's sort of what he's building for, but we'll see.
Speaking of ulting in, the paranoia has come out. It doesn't look like he is going to jump on anyone, though. Might have fat-fingered it a bit.
I think he thought better of it once he saw the Jarvan show up. And he thought about the Malzahar ult. He realized maybe it's not the best idea. Either way, they're still able to get that tier 1 in the mid lane, and Darius engages 1v3.
That's going to be an ultimate from Ornn as well as the Cataclysm coming out. Ornn trying to get a knockup, doesn't get anyone. The Redemption healing up OSU. Alarcion is going to be able to walk out of this as well as Jobero using the ultimate on himself. Now that's going to be the Zonias. Heimel is here now. Majestic Emu is huge. He is going to get the kill. Noxian Guillotine doesn't get the kill. He doesn't get the 5 stacks from his hemorrhage. But it does look like Heimel is now going to try and go on Brinticus, but he needs to get out. The entire team of OSU is on the way.
Yeah, and he'll probably get away here, but Yobero created so much space. Yeah, I guess not. Double Cloud Drake is too OP.
Yeah. It does
I thought they would just go for drag, but they chased him down.
And now they go for drag.
Yeah, no, they'll pick that up, and Yobero was able to create so much space with the ultimate and with the Zhonya's, but I don't know if it was a pathing issue or what. It looked like he was walking away and then walked back in and just unfortunately loses his life for it.
Yeah, for sure. But it does look like Paladin and the Albinosaur are going to be pushing this top lane. Just trying to clear some CS. With Majestic Emu on the way, though, I don't think that they'll be able to do much.
Yeah, they probably won't be able to get too much. Maybe grab the enemy blue buff there, a couple of jungle camps, and reset. As Lyssandra's actually able to pick up her own blue buff there, away from Kilgar and Celercia.
Yeah, that's honestly really big for him. Jobero having that blue buff is going to be super useful, as well as they ended up not picking up the blue buff because Majestic Emu walked in time.
Yeah, he's a bit too scary, you know. All those times they flash forward 1v4, you know, they know that he wants to opt into that 1v2 at least.
Yeah.
As he ended up picking up a Glacial Shroud here. What do you think that's building into? Does Righteous Glory build out of Glacial Shroud?
I don't believe so.
I super don't buy that item. I feel like it might build out a Glacial Shroud. If so, that seems like a reasonable buy, but otherwise, what else could it be?
A Frozen
Iceborne
Gauntlet? Yeah, Iceborne Gauntlet. Like, I mean, you get the Sheen proc with it, which isn't too bad. It'll do even more slowing, but I feel like your W already does enough slow.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice.
I'd
assume that it is.
Then we're being stupid.
Yeah, it probably is a Righteous Glory.
I'll check it while you talk more. Righteous Glory.
Wait, don't you play tanks? Aren't you supposed to know how it builds?
Do you think I've built this item before?
Wait, didn't you say that you played Urgot?
I played Yorick.
Oh, Yorick. Okay, I feel you. But yeah, I'm like 90% sure it is. Yeah, he grabbed the Crystalline Bracer there, 100%.
Yes,
100% sure.
It is out of Righteous Glory. Had to look it up.
Interesting builds here. Kai'Sa opted to go for the Infinity Edge into a Rage Blade. I don't think that's enough AD to upgrade your Q, and I don't know if he has enough attack speed to upgrade his E either. He might have to wait for a third item.
So, I did play Kai'Sa. It is not enough at attack speed. You do need that dagger.
At level 13, it might be enough AD. But either way, Celercia actually stealing the red buff from Kai'Sa, unfortunately, with the pool.
Yeah. I think she does have the upgraded Q. I know for a fact she doesn't have the upgraded E just yet.
Yeah, definitely not upgrade E. I think with Rage Blade IE, how much AD does that give? How much does IE give? Is it 75 now?
80.
80 now. Just kidding. Fuck what I say.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's definitely enough.
Yeah. So, Kai'Sa definitely having that upgraded Q. Not having the upgraded E, though, with Rage Blade and Berserker... Oh, wait.
Likely to go into just another
25,
attack speed
35
item.
plus 12. That's only about 82.
Quick maths. 25, 35, and 12, huh?
Did I not do that right?
It's 72. Yeah, it's okay.
Close
Quick
enough.
maths. As Jarvan is tanking.
Right now.
Oh no.
Coming out. That's going to be the ultimate front board. That's going to be a 4-man knockup as well. Jobero also in the backline. They're going to get an alarm. That's a triple kill for a Larson. That's an ace.
Oh my god. And Jarvan just ends up taking way too much damage trying to clear out a ward, and SEAL Team 6 just presses all their ults and dives in.
Yeah. Larson getting such a good angle with that Ornn as well.
Yeah, no, really well played by them. They're just stacking everything, and Heimel did dive in, get a kill, and die instantly, but he died for a good cause as they grabbed the Baron here.
He died for Brenticus, who flashed into the Ornn and set up everything.
Yeah. You know, pretty good fight there by SEAL Team 6, able to pick up that Baron, pick up that turret mid, and they're not resetting here. It looks like they want to push with this Baron. I feel like they just picked up an absurd amount of gold, and usually better to
They
reset.
do have quite a bit of gold, I do agree.
Yeah, no, they're sitting on a lot.
Yeah, it does look like Darius. Oh, that's going to be the flash ultimate from the Malzahar. Just ult. Darius ult Albinosaur. If you had ulted it, that would have. But Kilgar is still going to get the kill with the space aids.
Yeah, and they didn't reset, and they end up losing their support for it, and they waste. That's probably going to be half their Baron by the time that they actually do end up resetting.
Yeah, I'm Heimel also going to go take this dragon right now. That's going to be the second Ocean Dragon, so that's going to give them so much more sustain when they are sieging and everything else.
Yeah, second dragon, probably worth wasting your Baron buff. Good call.
Yeah.
No, but they did end up getting forced back to base, spending their gold. They're actually extremely strong now. Sivir's getting close to that 100% crit chance. Has the upgraded Molten Edge, and it's just going to be putting out an absurd amount of damage in these fights.
So, I know that they changed Ornn's passive a bit to the Molten Edge and the upgraded Sunfire Cape. Do you know how that works exactly? Because I have no
so
clue.
Ornn is allowed to upgrade 2 of his own items, as well as at each level above 13, he can upgrade 1 of his team's items for free. So it looks like his first upgrade, he had decided to upgrade the Infinity Edge for Sivir. Next, we're likely to see him upgrade the Zhonya's.
For Lysandra.
There we go. And at the next level, we might see an upgrade on a Ghost Blade from Nocturne. But definitely extremely strong. Once you hit these levels, you're just giving your team a ton of free stats.
Yeah, so we do see the Runans on Kai'Sa now, so which means that she probably has her E invisibility.
She does.
Now.
Yep. So hitting her power spikes, and Kai'Sa still scales extremely well. That said, a 5-item Sivir probably is better. Sivir just crits your whole team at once.
Yeah. Sivir, very good at clearing waves, very good at team fights because of the bouncing shot, boomerang shot. Bouncing blade. Bouncing blade. That is it. There we go.
That's okay. We're having trouble today with item build paths, ability names. We'll get there.
It's okay because Morgana has a new in-game art.
Has a noose? Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my God. Morgana just going down as well. She might as well.
That's a lot of damage from the Lysandra there. Just with the Sivir ult able to catch a pick, and they still have Baron. Maybe they can get something here.
Nope. Probably not.
Doesn't seem like that.
Baron buff should be going away in 10, 15 seconds. I want to say. I could be totally wrong, and it's
I would be impressed if you nailed that timer.
Oh my God, I did!
Wait, you're insane. Yeah, I think it's really interesting that Darius has been sitting on the exact same items for 5 or 6 minutes. Just hasn't been able to finish that Righteous Glory.
How much money does he have? Yeah, he just doesn't have money.
1,000 gold, that should be enough to finish it, I think.
It's 1,100 or 900. One of those two numbers.
I feel like it's a relatively cheap item, so I feel like if he doesn't have it yet, he's right there.
Yeah, he should have enough money for it now.
But that should help him, especially with his ghost, to engage onto this team. And, you know, at this point, him and the Jarvan are the only form of engage. I'm not sure if they really win front to backs, though. Like, the Sivir's just so strong.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the Trinity Force Darius versus the Black Cleaver Darius?
I mean, Trinity Force Darius is definitely better at carrying, especially against teams that have less CC. Cleaver's more about, you know, just being a frontliner, applying that cleaver. And Cleaver's extremely good on Darius, right? You know, one auto attack will stack all 5 stacks of Cleaver's Armor Shred because it procs on your bleed. It's an extremely good item, but, you know, a little less carry focused, a little more, you know, frontline.
Yeah. Okay, so looking at this, Jarvan now has a Gargoyle Stone Plate. How do you feel about that as well?
Definitely, he's adding on to the I want to dive on and survive.
So Sivir did ultimate. They are going on to Kilgar right now, and he is just going to go down.
Yeah, he's just stepping up a little too far without any vision, and they've been using the Sivir extremely well to get these picks in this mid to late game, and they should be able to get a couple turrets off this, right?
Yeah. Sivir also has a 100% crit right now, so she is a force to be reckoned with, to say the least.
She's extremely strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's allowed to free hit in a fight, it's pretty free. She's just gonna...
Yeah, like, just look at all the damage she's doing. 681 per auto attack to a minion, and then the bouncing blades, and it's a big yikes.
Yeah, AoE crits, and it looks like they're falling back to this Elder here, and with Malzahar still dead, they might be able to get it. Although, yeah. Malzahar does have Spellbook, he might have Teleport available. We'll see.
Yeah. But one good Ornal, and that will just be the game.
Definitely a possibility.
Paranoia coming out right now. Darius flashing over the wall, but Heimel is able to secure it. Noxian Guillotine not getting anyone. GA from Brenticus being popped right now. He is going to be going down.
And they might be able to just run it down mid and end here.
They're going for Baron. They're calling out Baron right now. You
know, that's the safe play. I mean, it is 5v3, and they do have Elder Drake and, you know, a 7k gold lead, but they want to make sure here, grabbing the Baron, making sure they're at full power for their final push.
Yeah, so SEAL Team 6 previously has lost a lot of very close games due to not taking this Baron, so I think they're just saying, okay, we've lost so many times doing this, we just need to play safe and take it.
That seems relatively reasonable then, just making sure that you're at max power for your final push and hopefully be able to lock this one away.
Yeah. Yeah, but for the... Yeah, Sivir has 11 assists and 4 kills only.
You know, I bet if we check damage chart, she's still one of the top damage dealers.
Oh, for sure.
Just not able to last hit people.
Yeah, and
a
lot
Ornn
of
picking
a
up
lot
a
of
triple
her,
kill in that Baron fight was pretty unlucky.
Yeah, a lot of her assists also coming from the super speed of her ult.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's definitely extremely helpful with picking up assists and getting that KP.
Yeah, but with SEAL Team 6 trying to get this last push in, trying to walk these minions with this empowered Baron buff, with this Elder Dragon, they win basically any fight at this point in time.
Yeah, pretty much. Barring a fight where Sivir somehow gets one shot, it's very difficult for them to lose fights.
Yeah. I mean,
although
it's still
the way
possible.
that they're just A-ramming is not...
Yeah.
Like, they're leaving their top lane to get pushed into them. They finally send Heimel bot lane to apply some kind of pressure, but
yeah,
not using this Baron to the max.
For sure. SEAL Team 6 not using this Baron very well whatsoever, but they finally are figuring it out just a bit. That is going to be the Sivir ultimate, though, as well as the Ornn ultimate. Ornn is going to get a knockup. Paranoia is going to come in. Brenticus uses the Cataclysm. They are getting onto this Darius right now. Darius is still alive. He just goes down. And now the rest of OSU runs with their tail between their legs.
And with the wave coming in, they should be able to look for an end here.
Yeah, that's going to be the first Nexus turret going out. That's going to be Joe Barrow using his Zanya's Hourglass. That's going to be the second Nexus turret going down. Brenticus gets a 3-man knockup. That's going to be Joe Barrow going down, but Brenticus going down as well. That's going to be I'm Heimel trying to get something here. Alarm almost going down, survives barely, saves his KDA. SEAL Team 6 gets the win.
Wow, and really well played by SEAL Team 6 to stay in it and come back, make a lot of plays around the Nocturne and Sivarolts, and you end up coming back into this game. You know, they were down. At one point, Malzahar was 5-1, and the Darius had a massive lead. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do a whole lot with it, and, you know, really good on SEAL Team 6 to pull out the win there.
Yeah. So that is going to be our last game for Shadow Isles. David is going to be here at 4 p.m. streaming Bilgewater with... I have no clue who's casting with him.
You will find out at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you will find out at 4 p.m. or when David makes the announcement. Thank you again, Icado, for joining me on today's cast for Shadow Isles.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah. Anyways, I have been Nosai Rain Hasoon, joined by Icado, and we will see you later, I guess. So we will see you hopefully at 4 p.m. for Bilgewater. Thank you, guys.